redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I want to taste consumption. Get faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, no. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. To give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Broke all the cages, no, I will sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess I'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. They'll never, never, never learn. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty.
introduction, cause they know Britain Mo, I hit the lotto, my motto, roll up gelato and throttle a couple models, staccato, who fucking brought up the bottles, I'm gone ham, this ain't even luck, all planned, y'all know who the fucks I am, burning bucks, smoke bands, always been the MO since the start of this, and now I'm on a mission like I'm Artemis, hey. We gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? Fucking got a feeling that it's be a long night.
Scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face. Got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption.
One's a company, two's a crowd. Three's a party coming, move around like a fresh brush when the school is out, when the booze is up, when the sun is down. Enjoy the ride, get some pillows in the Chevy. Just like a darling, loaded and heavy. Take your time, let me know when you're ready. Couple months I've been messing with this steady. Open for plans tonight. Lost in the afterglow. Oh, girl, your love for me keeps calling me, so I'm calling you. Lord, give me lots of fire. I long for your company. Oh, girl, your love for me is a part of me, my biology. It won't be over till the fat lady sings. I owe you a trip cause me and you, we got a thing. My sunshine state, hair curly like a string. Just a big ol' ooh, smile, that's about all you gotta bring. So enjoy the ride, got some pillows in the Chevy. Just like a darling, loaded and heavy. Take your time, let me know when you're ready. Couple months I've been messing with this steady. Open for plans tonight. Lost in the afterglow. Oh,
take more than twice. Same song, but brand new dance. I wear out my third second chance. You take my breath and I can't get it back. Might be time for me to face the facts. The best me is with you, but I know I got a lot to prove. They think we're too damaged to fix, but we're just working through a little rust. They like to say we're just young, but I know we won't give this up. Sometimes I lose my mind, and some days it's hard to find the reason why you stay by my side. You and I break our hearts open enough just to see if we'll put them back. No matter what they try, I'll stay by your side. It's you and Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. Find me in the corner of the room, not
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Infinix Smartphone presenting the World Esports Cup powered by India Today Gaming. We are here for the day two Nepal regions Group 1 competition where these teams are going to be up against the side of each other. It's already been a roller coaster ride from all of the regions, and this time it's the side of the Nepal chapter. With me here in the casters desk is going to be Necros, and Necros, welcome to World Esports Cup. This is going to be quite some roller coaster ride which we are going to see as 12 teams are up against each other for one final day, and only 6 of them are actually going to qualify. So how excited are you really to witness these teams?
Well, talking about the second day, I do believe that the first day has been just passed away in some fractions of minutes or hours, but the top six teams, those who have managed to retain themselves in the day one, will also try to come back in the day two as well, and they want to have that lead continued, not to just fall apart from the
Yes.
top six, because the final six games of today are going to be the decider whether these teams are going to qualify for the next round or not. And in that kind of circumstances, I do believe all the teams are really eager to just play the full-fledged gameplay they are actually having. The bottom six teams, they have to compete and make it to the top six, while the top six have to retain their position to just maintain the balance and qualify for the next round.
Surely, yeah, and we had seen the scorecard as well for yesterday, where teams winning Booyah, three times could not really make it up till the top one. Definitely, competition is just not to win the Booyah; it's to gain the maximum points in the overall points table, and that's how these teams are going to be judged that which one are going to be the one who might qualify and who might be eliminated. We giving them a farewell at this point of time. This is where it ends for 6 of these 12 teams out here who really have to give it their best, because the platform being provided is going to be quite massive and you do not want to just lose out to this current opportunity. But talking of the schedule and the prize pool is soon going to come up on your screens, and it's the World Esports Cup, so excitement is still on. We started off with scrims, then when it was the finale phase coming in, first it was the Indian regions, then we came to Pakistan. Now it's the time for Nepal regions to get a final 12 teams as well. Well, the prize pool is as such, that's 75 lakh of total prize pool, where first team backs off with 35 lakh, followed by the runner up 15 lakhs, and the third position also gets an 8 lakh prize pool.
Well, it's not about only the first three. We have got other prize pool divisions as well. The fourth team will be getting 6 lakhs of Indian INR, and we get fifth place is 4 lakh as well. Sixth place they will be getting 2 lakhs. Seventh place they will be getting 1 lakh and 50,000, while the eighth place will be already getting 1 lakh. And they are like there are other sectors as well. The fan favorite team will be getting 50,000 prize pool. MVP of the tournament will be getting 50,000 prize pool. Best IGL will be getting 50,000 as well. Best clutch will be getting 50,000, and best underdog team will be getting 50,000. So it's just not the matter of the top teams; those who are actually qualifying for the next round, or they're just going on a next level domination, but it also actually favors the best underdog team. And I do believe the underdogs have already got that potential coming up in this big stage. They are coming up, they're
Yes.
showcasing their skills, and the results will talk everything at the end of the day. So I do believe the best underdog team must rise up in the upcoming times, and if they don't actually qualify for the final round, they will get at least the recognition from this big stage.
Well, they will definitely, and this is where you really need to showcase what your full, capabilities are. You have to be at your full potential, because at this point of time, it's all like one of those final exams where you had all your preparations, but it all depends on how are you actually giving it. Teams here are really gonna have to put in all in, because it's the day two for the group one of our Nepal regions. And let's go to the schedule as well. Let's see what's going to be the today's schedule, where these teams are going to be competing against each other. Yet it is going to be the 6 maps which they will be playing, and all the 6 map, it's not going to be like consistently being played. There will be different type of map. It might be Bermuda, then Kalahari, then Purgatory. So these maps are as such which completely changes the momentum as well, Necros. Talking of which, like first we start things off from the side of Bermuda, then we go to the map with 3 islands, one of the most positioning biased map called Purgatory. Third map seems to be Kalahari, which will then again, shift them towards going a bit fast paced. So the changes in momentum will be happening in starting three map, and it will be reset in the second half of the day when it is going to be the fourth, fifth, and sixth map.
Well, the loop is going to continue in both the halves. We might just say first half we are getting three maps, second half we are getting three more maps again. But the one thing you were talking about, that Kalahari will be the fast-paced map, and the teams have to move up to their rotations as well as the fights in a very quick manner, so that they don't just caught up in those kind of places like outside of the zone. They're struggling to manage themselves back inside the circle, and after entering, they are just facing some early clashes. That's going to be a really really tough fact. But we have seen the team who is getting that height advantage in Kalahari map has always got an upper hand in each and every fight. So they just have to focus on that, getting higher ground, getting the skill points as much as possible will be the main motto in my opinion. But talking about the points table, we have got the point division of how much point you are getting for each and every position right now.
Well, seems as if the one who wins the Booyah gets directly the double digit point. The only team who will get a double digit points in the rank number one, it's gonna be 12 points, and you really need to win a Booyah to secure that double digit points. Followed by that, the one eliminating at the second position would be getting 9, then 8, 7, 6, and 5 for the top six teams. When we move on to the bottom six, which is the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, they will get 4, 3, 2, 1 points. But if you eliminate at the early two stage, which is either at the 11th or 12th, you won't be getting any ranking points, which really means that you should be having enough of your finishes, enough of your kills. Because in case you have your skills, then it might be a bit, easier. And the best part of this is, Necros, that for each and every kill you get 1 point. So getting, imagine getting an early 4v4 fight, securing a 4k, and then no matter even if you get eliminated, immediately at the 11th spot, you will be down up at the 7th spot. The team who will get eliminated at 7th will also get 4 points. So that in my opinion is quite a bit fair, because teams really need to keep the balance out there in terms of the kills and definitely the ranking as well. Ranking, you will get the ranking point, but what more you get is an opportunity to grab some more kills if you survive till the last zone. Last zone, it's going to be quite some chaotic scenarios where teams are going to be relying on the factor that where the zone is shrinking in. And as we can see, the overall points table, Skylightz Gaming already up with 46 ranking point, 37 kill points, which totals it to 83. What a way to start things off day one. And Skylightz Gaming seems to be as if they're just 17 points away. And because it's the last day, any team, I guess, crossing 100 mark would be the one who might get qualified. This is something which could be, my prediction. But the points difference is also quite much. If we talk about Gods of Miracle and Roy Esports once Booyah thrice, even though they are still at the third position, which really shows why the kill point is important. Down to 23 kill point is really getting them, and being at the similar points, only 66 points really shows how close also these teams are against each other.
Well, talking about the difference you are telling right now, that is the kill points also takes a factor. If you talk about Roy Sports, they have just got 21 kill points overall, and they've got 45 rank points. And summing up into this, they are getting a total of 66 points. But talking about God of Miracle, they have balanced it out: 36 rank points, 30 kill points, and that's the thing you actually should do right in this kind of stages. You have got limited number of matches, so you have to come up with each and every match. You have to give it your best. But talking about the bottom six teams, we are getting KKR Xtreme out there. They are having total of 43 points, having 28 rank points and 15 kill points. Asian Gaming will be having 24 rank points and 15 kill points in total, summing up at around 39 points. And talking about Team Xtreme, T2K, Anam Lama, and KM Sports, they are not that close to the top six, but they have to make it up. They have got six matches today, and if they get at least 2 to 3 booyahs, which is really tough, but it's not impossible. It can be done, but if they do it, I do believe
Yes.
it can be done. But what you talked about earlier is that it's not the game about the booyahs, it's the game about how much points you are actually securing from each and every match. And I do believe if you at least come in the top three or top five in each and every matches, you are actually getting an overall a great amount of score and adding it up to the overall standings.
Well, Team Anam Lama and KM Esports, as you mentioned, they really need to pull up their socks. They really need to make sure that if not now, then when is going to be the question from the very first map that we will be starting off. Anam Lama back in the scrims, they were looking quite massive. But then again, the top six teams also, they have one job, and that's to just maintain their consistency. Take it this way that if all the teams are just constantly adding some average number of points table won't even differ because a similar amount of points has been added from each and every team. But out there, if any team really needs to come inside the top six, as you told, they have to either win two or three booyahs, or else if you go as per the pace, it's not just you will be adding the points. Your opponent team, the teams in the top six, are also adding the points. So if you to add 10 points, it's happened to be no use. It happens to be not even a single change for you to actually enter the top six. And as we mentioned, the benchmark which is being set at the 100th point, team crossing 100 point is definitely going to qualify, and that's for sure. Because yesterday also we only got, I guess, 83 points maybe, and the bottom teams out there also down to 36 points. So in if today also they are just going to add 36 points, so that will sum up to 72. So you really need to cross 100 points so that actually you do stand a chance. Yesterday it was six map, today it's going to be six map, and now we will be starting a match off from the first map of Bermuda. Let's see Bermuda what it has got for us. Quite a balanced map. We have a good huge island and just a Santosha Island being there up towards the southern corner. But then again, the zone shifts are really going to matter. And yesterday there were a lot of drop clashes, especially at a map like Bermuda. And even you have seen many Bermuda. It's like, teams can play balance. They can play for positioning, plus they can play for those, kill points as well at times. But yesterday it happens to be as if the map of Bermuda was being played like purgatory. Everyone going out their position 12 minutes, and still we had 11 teams, remaining. When we hopped into the map of purgatory, it was like people were playing like Kalahari. Because in purgatory you play positioning, but more teams who are just wanting 11 kills, 10 kills, and 8 kills is what we saw for the top three. Well, let's first see this beautiful map of Bermuda. We have begun the plane path from the side of southern western to the northern region, starting from the side of Rim village, and that's gonna be it. It's a good half diversified, dissected plane path of this map of Bermuda, which really allows teams to go in the ideal locations.
Well, talking about this kind of flight path, every team in here will be getting an equal advantage. But talking about Skylightz Gaming, they have got the mass electric space out there, and the other teams. If you talk about Team TX or Team KM going in the respective drop location, but the early drop clashes, I don't think any team would like to go for that, because in this kind of big stage, nobody will like to go for an early elimination right now. But the early fight gets engaged. Raw Esports will be taking some early kill points in their favor, securing one kill point of Team ASG, and the first blood actually arrives and get the first kill points in their favor. Team Raw will be just leading for more and more kill points at this stage. By talking about a Team ASG, this team, they have to go up with everything they have got. They've got some early cash ready, so they have to be quite prepared about what is going to come up in the next stage. And if you talk about this position, the early stage, the first blood has arrived. Team Raw has taken good lead, but now they're quite more focused on the upper areas. Pawan is getting spotted by Alo, and some shots are being taken by their side. I do believe they are quite ready to take some pretty decent knockouts as well. But Asian gamers, talking about this kind of situation, they have got the high disadvantage. But Raw Esports is going all over and trying to secure each and every kill point.
Yep, they had got their opening. They have seen another one giving the revival, but that's not gonna happen when Sanyashi is just putting you guys on the crosshair. Alo gets taken down. One solo player remaining. That's gonna be Vampire. Vampire giving the retaliation. Is he gonna confirm him? Oh my god, that's a very expensive. No, he does save him out, but do they have enough time to save their teammate? That is such an unfortunate scenario for the side of Sanyashi. Sanyashi going in aggressive, getting the 2 kill, but this is the point of time where they need to realize that having a finish point, having some kills is really amazing. Having yourself, just showing the aggression, putting your opponents in the pressure, it's also a very good skill. But then you really need to learn the art of saving yourself, playing as a team. This is a survival game, but not a solo. It's a squad game. So playing in a 4v4 fight, it's really important that team look at the bigger picture, that only a 4v4 fight isn't just going to let them win a booyah. They need to survive with the numbers advantage. Still till the very last zone, because as we mentioned the word survival, that is what the game of battle royale is supposed to be played as. 54 seconds left, and then the first zone is going to begin to shrink in, and before it even appears, actually it happens to be as if we have already lost our first team. Quite unfortunate for the start of Team Asian Games. Yesterday also they had a drop clash, today also they had a drop clash. Like having a location, Necros, ideally to loot and make sure that you are quite relieved early 5 minutes are also very important, so that you are able to get a proper loot to play all throughout the 15 minutes of the Bermuda, making sure that even if you get engaged in a fight, you have enough armors and even enough loadouts plus medkit to heal yourself and just get ready to fight another.
Well, definitely. And this kind of situation, while Team TX are just in front of them, Team Xtreme versus it's down now, it's for Team KKR. And how these teams are going to fight up, we are just gonna witness in some seconds or some minutes. This might just turn up because both the team have got the extreme tag in their team names. But individually, I really want to know which team is going to go for that extreme fighting moment, because nobody, as I mentioned earlier, no team is going to go for those early fights. No, like not a single team would like to eliminate in the very first zone. But right now, in this kind of situation, Team KKR just getting a back off from this fight. Zoo is just waiting in the watchtower. Will be just looking forward whether one or two players, if they are coming on the open areas, will definitely try to punish them out. But in the meanwhile, Team KKR have got the back off for 4 minutes, and like more than 4 minutes have the game has been passed off. But we are getting 11 teams quite in a very proper manner. 43 players are still there, and the zone shrink is going to start up in a very 50, more like less than 50 seconds, may I just say. But right now, the main focus of the teams is going to remain in the shelter. Like in the center areas will be also a good prioritizing place, where we get Team TX
Oh.
also holding their place. But the zone shift comes in the southern side. Skylightz Gaming just remains in the Mars electric place, and on the other hand, we get Team KM getting into the zonal areas from the southeastern side. But talking about the zone, I do believe that you might have some predictions of which team can actually get this kind of map booyah. Because talking about Team Xtreme, they have almost got in the centralized space. So Team Raw is also coming from the northern side as well. Team KK are having the western side. But
Yeah.
what do you think about the strategy that Skylightz Gaming is up to right now?
Well, like Necros, since yesterday, I was really rooting forward to the side of Team T2K all the way towards the opposite side of where the play zone is. But what happened yesterday, Necros, was we started our first match. Me predicting Team T2K happens to be as if Team Raw Esports was the one who won the map of Bermuda. As you saw the schedule, Bermuda has been played twice. So when the second time also we came in Bermuda, it was Team Raw Esports who were winning the booyah. So I would really be rooting for them only at this point of time, because this map is already the home map for most of the FreeFire players out there. And because Team Raw Esports, they are looking so well with their consistency, they did lose a player, but I would really be rooting for them only that maybe this could be a hat trick, that 3 times they play Bermuda and 3 consecutive times they actually managed to even win it. What about you? Like seeing at the positioning, which team do you think could be just having a job to just play patiently, let the zone come towards them and just defend their booyah?
Well, talking about Team Extreme has already got the center position, but if you just talk about the patience and holding and getting the skill points, I will say that Team Extreme has got a greater chance, while Skylightz Gaming is in a safer part of the map. They're in the southern side, and I do believe that not a single team is coming from that particular area. Teams like Team KM might just get inside the Mars Electric, but right now, the complete focus of Skylight, I do believe they will go for the end zone fights, because they are already in the top. They want to maintain that lead. They want to stay consistent in where they are after the day one overall standings. But right now, the main focus of each and every team is going to be the top six spot. The teams who are not in top six, they will try definitely to push themselves very hard and manage themselves in the top six. But the other teams, like if you talk about Team Raw or the other players like Skylight and other, so like they have got the top six criteria in their favor, but right now they have to retain it. But talking about Team KKR, they're having some visuals. The CNQ, the squad of CNQ, have got the show lines in their favor right now. But talking about if they get one opening, Team KKR won't be having that much of chance to like make a comeback in this kind of situation.
Well, Team KKR, they really need to, understand at this point of time they are openly exposed. They do not have enough cover, especially when they are 2v2 split. engaging in any sort of fight would be a bit difficult. But what? Team Skylightz Gaming up against the start of Team T2K. What is Pratham up to? He is just taking his vehicle all the way onto the start of Team Skylightz, and Nitesh, Charlie, each and every player, what are they really gambling against is a fire. You call this playing with fire, and that's what they are playing with currently. Team Skylightz, as you know, Necros, they are the one who is at the number 1 spot. What this number 1 spot is going to give them is the confidence, is this aggression, and having such sort of aggression. I don't think even if they got eliminated, they are going to fear it, because they are already up at the number 1 spot with a massive lead of 17 points as well. So, well, number seems to be quite favoring them if they don't even, add up some points in one map, because 17 points is when you win a Booyah plus 5 finishes.
Well, definitely that is going to mark up something. But talking about this kind of situation, Magician comes up with an aid and Sallu has been taken down. So Skylightz Gaming are actually engaging in the fight. Well, CNQ, the players are really coming up in a very close distance, but Magician's need is getting back-to-back openings for his team. Team came, Golem is the last player surviving, but Magician, the man with the golden hand, I really want to say that his needs are going so much accurate that the team came has already been fall parted, because the Golem is a single player surviving, and right now Skylightz Gaming have already lost Kansa. We might just get to see, but right now Golem is the last solo player. Magician will be having some aim out there. The ADS is locked in. Golem is getting pretty decent shots out there. He's in a very low HP. While I do believe Magician is going to chase him down and will be getting him eliminated. So the triple kill comes up for Magician, and Skylightz Gaming secures this fight in their favor. On their hand, Team GB will be taking upon Team T2K right now, and Binit has been taken down in the simultaneous way. T2K have already got some setbacks as well. Some Nitesh comes as for the revival sector, but right now Prajwal, he's just quite ready to get those finish points in their favor. As just comes in as a backup, will be needing some nades out there, but the multiple knockouts comes up, and T2K are really struggling, and they will be getting eliminated by none other than Team GB. And multiple fights we can see right now. You get to see that. Talking about previous day, we are getting 11 to 10 teams in the very end zone, but now there are only 9 teams in the 10 minutes of gameplay. Team KK are coming up in the front, and TG will be having some ADS locked up on themselves, but definitely Team Raw are giving their rotation. TG will be also getting some shots on there, but KKR Power has been taken down.
Well, Team KKR Power, this is what we were quite fearing, that in case they are not up to the consistency, they are not up with those enough cover, their numbers advantage is not going to matter at all, because once the rotation comes in, there are going to be choke points, there are going to be fights from, various angles, and those various angles wasn't being, quite looked forward from. But yet again, Team Anam Lama, which is going to be Team CNQ, 3 players alive, they have 1 finishes, but they are at the 11th spot. Really need to, come up and make sure that they are raising their points, as the bar is also raising from each and every map we are going to play. The margin of benchmark which will be set to qualify will keep on increasing. Team NXT, on the other hand, quite some number of fights which they could have got engaged in, but rather they choose to play it safe a bit towards western side of the Mass Electric area. And let's see where the play zone is also going to shrink in, because this is just the second zone has started to shrink in just now, so teams have enough 20 seconds to make sure that they are analyzing or maybe even predicting where the last zone could go, those who are inside the zone. But those who are outside of the zone, they need to just make sure that they are giving this early rotations, because if they do not, situations might be a bit of a turnaround. Team Raw Esports, as I was just rooting for, that they might be the one who could win the 3rd time Booyah at this map of Bermuda, and Mass Electric seems to be totally the end zone. Yes, Team Xtreme were at the center, but now after this sudden shift, this is going to be quite some epic last zone battle across, because look at Mass Electric, and they look at only one team, SOONETA Gaming, holding on to Mass Electric. Less all the teams are just forming a cluster around the Mass Electric's open.
Well, definitely Mass Electric is this is a huge area, and already we couldn't get to see that SOONETA Gaming, the sort of SOONETA Gaming is just holding it very patiently and with a very closer visual. But right now we have got God of Miracle, the team, they are having the ADS ready, and they have spotted some of the players. So the shots are being taken, and definitely I do believe if it is not Raw Esports, because they have already lost 1 player in the very starting of the game, they have got 5 finishes. I do believe they have the highest number of kill kill points in this match so far, and they should like really want to continue. But that is Raw Esports right now, and we can just see the God of Miracle. The complete squad comes up and gets some free knockouts as well. Some needs are getting up as well. East comes up, will be getting 1 kill point in their favor, but I do believe with that, Raw Esports are not in a quite good state in this kind of match because they have lost 2 players right now, and the game is still going on, and it will take some time as well. But the 2 players remaining from Raw Esports, they have a greater responsibility to carry out in this first game, because at least if they're not getting the decent amount of kill points, they can just go for some position points as well. But on the other hand, we get to say JODS having 4 kill points in their favor. Beneath has been eliminated from this match in the early fight contest, but right now Team CNQ and Team NXT, these 2 teams might just engage while we get to say they are patiently waiting. This players are being spotted, shots are being taken, but I do believe the knockouts are really tough to go because they have got some covers indeed, and the players are getting spotted. Multiple shots are being taken, but I don't think that this team is going to let CNQ get inside of the zone.
So do I, because Team Anam Lama, they are gonna have a tough time to keep up the numbers advantage and really maintain their pace in terms of going inside the end zone. 11 minutes, 9 teams for now, and 30 players alive. This is really I mean 8 teams and 24 players alive, but I'm really excited to see that what's gonna be the eventual scoreline. Team Gods of Miracle up there at the 7th, second spot. Let's see what are they up to at this point of time. They have a vehicle with them. They could really use it as a medium of cover and also for transport, but SOONETA Gaming, they are just taking down each and every players falling in the crosshair. Thunder gets taken down from the side of Team NXT. SOONETA Gaming, with the numbers advantage, I really think that they could really do wonders at this point of time. Raw Esports gets eliminated at the A spot, so the consistency of them, just winning Booyah back-to-back is just gonna get ended currently at this map. But the play zone is completely being such a difference maker at this point of time, Necros, because all of these teams fighting for each other, but none of them even have any part of zone. None of the team are really inside the zone as well. They need to run out, they need to disengage, and disengaging, it's not going to be that easy because one another, each and every team are just going to gatekeep. Just look after the side of Team Xtreme, then just look after the side of Team Gods of Miracle as well. Shivo gets down a kill. That's a good, amazing way to start things off, but we still have 7 teams and only 19 players remaining.
Well, definitely 15 minutes, more than 15 minutes gameplay has been done right now, but we have just got 7 teams and 9 players as you said. But right now Team Xtreme are actually struggling because JODS are getting some kill points, and definitely with that Team Xtreme will be getting eliminated. And with that we have got 6 more teams coming. Jiri gets some pretty decent kill points for himself, while Team like a God of Miracle, this team is just engaging and rushing towards Team NXT. Might just get some kill points as well, but right now the other teams like SOONETA Gaming, the squad, they have to just go for Remash has been eliminated. Kings will have to just go for the heal, but I don't think he's going to make it to that. But Sagar remains a solo player. He gets that team eliminated. God of Miracle gets eliminated, and that's some pretty kill points coming out from SOONETA Gaming. They have secured 5 kill points so far, and with that he will also be getting eliminated in this kind of what is happening right now. I am really not aware because the way the teams are fighting, quite marvelous, but no! Prajwal gets taken now by Stalker, and what a shot it was coming up right now.
I mean, what is this M2B? It's just being so phenomenally gets the kill confirmation as well. There goes the slam, and Shivu unfortunately gets taken down in a desperate need of the cover fire, which is going to be provided from his teammate. But then again, the use of utilities, it's going to be phenomenal. Top 4 teams, and we have only 8 players remaining out of it. Team NXT themselves are having those 4 players. So imagine falling onto a 4v4 fight when all your opponents are in 2v1v1 situation. GV Gods, 1 solo player remaining, gets eliminated. It's a 4v2v1 scenario at this point of time. 10 kills for the side of Team NXT. They are the ones who are going to raise the benchmark to get closest to the #1 position. Skylightz Gaming, what a level of consistency. The landmine is going to do some damage. 2 players from the side of Team NXT down. Now it all falls down, I guess, to a 2v2 scenario. And yes, Team KKR are really making this happen. Being down towards this corner area, making sure that their numbers disadvantage doesn't really matter if they just avoid the fight, let the zone shrink in, and let the zone actually favor them. Then that's what's happening. Shibu is currently given the revival down towards 3v2 scenario. The nade looks quite precise, but the shotgun, well, it's not going to land. It's going to be KKR. Yet another kill, but only Zo being the solo player remaining. It's a 1v2 scenario, and Team KKR, they are going to get eliminated. The game so far yet so close, and that is how Team NXT, they are going to be the winners for today's first map with some massive amount of, I guess, 12 finishes at least.
Well, 2B Gamer, they have made it to this far. They've got that booyah, the first booyah of the day two, and this is what we were waiting for. But talking about Skylightz Gaming as well, I do believe the consistency they are maintaining, that's the only reason they are on the top, and that's actually implies that why this team is
Yep.
making such a big difference among like in the overall standings, why this team is actually maintaining the consistent hashtag one position in the overall standings. That actually applies because if you just go like as I talked earlier, as I mentioned earlier, is that if you just go for top 3 top 5 in each and every match, more or less you're getting a decent number of points for your overall standings, and it will actually like eventually sum up to a great number compared to the other teams who are getting 1 or 2 booyahs, and the next match they're getting eliminated in the 12th or 11th position, or might be the 10th. They're not in top 8 and they're not in top 5. So that is actually the main fact, that in a league play where you're getting more than like 6 to 7 matches or 12 matches you're actually getting in this kind of league right now. So in 12 matches you have got multiple ways to come up on the top, you have multiple ways to fall down, but the main thing is that the consistency is the key to success for remaining like to retain
Yes.
yourself in the top 6.
Well said from you, Necros. Consistency is going to be the key to success. In this case, to qualify, because the fight is not being number 1, 2, or 3. The fight is going to be at a safer top 6 margin. Yes, it's practically a 50-50% chance as 12 teams. 6 are going to qualify. So you can be one of the 2 teams who is getting qualified, and your other team, they are getting eliminated. But Team 2B Gamers, the way they have been performing in the name of the clan KKR, what a way to just make sure that they are keeping those deadly duos alive till the very last zone. But yeah, Team NXT, they had the numbers advantage, and carrying a numbers advantage all the way towards a last zone, it's never been that easy as they have shown. But the bloodbath they had, the Mars Electric, that was the most amazing part. But 25 points for the start of Team 2B Gamers, 13 kills, and that's how they are going to start the day, followed by Team GB Gods. They were also down to a solo player, and as we can see, the solo player was actually Necros from the side of Team KKR. Only 1 kill, all the way towards the side of 10th points, and they are just going to be at the 5th spot. Overtaking them, it's definitely going to be Team Skylightz, who got eliminated at the 3rd spot. And yes, they will be there at the 3rd spot only, but the 4th spot, which was for the start of Team GV jobs, GV jobs, they did got eliminated at the 4th spot, but because they are up at the 2nd is the reason for the kill points which they have overall contributed. This table, it really shows so much to us, that why we talk about the kills being a little bit of a more priority where teams could lean on along with the ranking points. Because just look at first the ranking points, because Team Roy Sports getting eliminated at such an early time, they got eliminated at the 8th spot, yet they are in the top 6.
Well, definitely. The kill points are actually one thing that matters the most in this kind of games. We are actually seeing that, as you mentioned, that Roy Sports got eliminated in the 8th spot, but still they have managed to come up in the top 6 in the standings. But that actually applies that you have to get the kill points, not the position points as well. God of Miracle,
Yes.
they have got some position rank points as well, but they have got 1 kill point, and they came up in the hashtag 7 in the overall like map wise scorecard. Anam Lama, the squad, they have got some early exit as well. Team Xtreme has got some early exit as well. 4 points will be getting like their total 4 points they are getting, an Anam Lama and Team Xtreme respectively. If you talk about Team T2K, they have only got 2 total points, 1 kill and 1 rank point, and then the 10th position in the map wise scorecard. But talking about KM Esports and Asian Gaming, they have got some really early exit. But talking about the bottom teams, we have seen these teams in the bottom sector in the overall standings as well. But we really hope that these teams like T2K, Asian Gaming, KM Esports, the other teams, they manage to get themselves in a great tough fight and just try hard to like make them to the top 6 in the at the end of the day.
Surely, let's see if it is going to be the top six. Because now, first map is over. The countdown is decreasing. Now, out of six, only five maps remaining. In this five maps, it's really going to be quite a interesting storyline with these teams are going to be riding on. In case we see a comeback, it's going to be one of the best things to witness, especially from these teams, because that really shows how how much they are here to showcase themselves, to showcase their full potential. And this is the level of hunger which they will be needing to just grab up each and every booyah, to just grab up each and every kill points as well. With they are having yesterday, hardly we got to see like any teams like Team 2B Gamers winning with 13 kills, 25 points. Imagine in the very first map that really totals up to an average of that maybe 100 point would have looked so doable if teams can dominate at this point of time. But as you told, consistency is the key. You can win one map, Booyah, but in the rest of the five map, if you're not even getting in the top seven position, it's a very rare chance for you to even qualify for the top six. Because rest all the other teams, they will be keep fighting against each other. They will be putting up that scorecard. They will be keep putting each and every balance point to sum up the average. And in total, when you sum up each and every 10 points, rather than a team like the one who won a booyah just once with 25 points, after six map it totals to 60 points. And for the team who won a booyah, it might not even be close to 60 points if all the five map were not even go ideal to them.
Well, definitely. And with that, the first match, Bermuda, has already been ended. The second match of Purgatory will be live in some minutes, and we are really eager to see because the three
Yes.
islands, it's completely a position based map we have talked about earlier. But right now, the main factor is which team is going to make it up to that position marking, because we have seen multiple like hardships in the zone, and somewhere you
Yeah.
just see the zone is coming the southern side, and then the next zone is coming with a hardship in the main island and the northern side. So the teams also coming from the northern side to southern side, they have to go again in the back in the position, while the other teams, those who will be holding that place, will have a greater advantage to just gatekeep and get those skill points in their pocket. So with that, we have seen that Roy Sports have got some early fights. They have got 4 to 5 kill points, but at the end, they have struggled with the man disadvantage, and the like the with the beneficial have been taken by the other opponent teams of having less man advantage for Team Roy Sports. But on the other hand, Team NXT played a numerous amount of game. Skylightz Gaming are still maintaining, and we really hope to see that they maintain the same thing in the Purgatory map as well.
Surely, because Team Skylights being at the number one spot up with 17-point lead, the lead is going to keep on increasing. Because imagine having the third placement point as well. They are being the one with the consistency, didn't even win much, like for Boya, if we assume, just making sure that they are upcoming with these consistency, and it's really working out for teams like them. Team Roy Sports, on the other hand, being the team who won maximum number of Booyah, couldn't really, like practically we could assume that yes, if they are winning Booyah means they are dominative, but that's how the score system is. Score system doesn't gives you all the points if you win a Booyah. It gives you a very decent number of points for the positioning, and more decent when you lean a bit up towards the side of aggression. Talking of which, only if you dedicate to Team 2B Gamers, they have eliminated three squads from their own hands. Like we saw 13 kills, it means three squad and then another player. So when you're already down in 12 teams, out of it you are one team, it's like one team against 11 opponents, and you have eliminated three of them. What a potential to be in, and what a way to, after getting these many number of kills, even win the Booyah.
Well, I do believe it's not too late to start up, or it's not too late to make a comeback. So the teams those are in the bottom, I really wish you a good luck for a great comeback in this today's five maps. You have got five games. You can just come up with each and every map like how 2B has played. I do believe if they manage to go for some other booyahs with the same amount of kill points, if not the booyahs, at least in the top three, they will definitely manage to come up in the top three in the overall standings as well. You might just never know that Skylight Gaming may fall apart. The points may just be too less to overcome. Skylight Gaming can it can just happen. We might just assume that Skylight Gaming can just get eliminated in the very early stage. But right now, the map of Purgatory. This is the moment the every team are looking for. The second game of the day, two of Group number one of Nepal region. But right now, what awaits is gonna be the results of the day one, map number 8, group number 1.
It is the map which teams were waiting for, as you mentioned, because this is that one time teams loving to play for the positioning, team loving to play for a passive approach are really gonna get those many advantages in the hand. But how many teams are dropping down to the start of Team Brasilia? Seems as if Team Asian Games, what they are again having a drop clash this time against the start of Team KM Esports, Team SOONETA Gaming out there in the blue tier loot team. Xtreme are also up against a drop clash. Like, what's happening? It's not the map of Kalahari, as we mentioned in the start, that Purgatory was totally being played as a Kalahari. And what? Not even the first minute got completed, and we already have a first blood. It's quite unfortunate. Team Skylightz Gaming, yes, they got the opening, but okay, Team 22K also getting engaged in a fight. This time it's going to be Team Anam Lama who is getting punished from their side. And the early fight in such map where it is so much of positioning base, you could really expect teams to go out there, even remain solo, and out of being solo they could really do a lot of difference. Team Train to Kill finally giving some setback, but Team Xtreme, they're left in such a bad scenario. Nitish is gonna be the new kill lead at this point of time, but Pawan takes down Samir as well. One solo player remaining from the side of Team Xtreme at this point of time, it seems, are totally getting scouted down from the side of Team Skylightz. And Team Skylightz, the way they are playing in Purgatory, it's quite understandable because they have a lot of lead. Nitesh got taken down. Charlie Pratham being the dual player surviving. 2 kills is up somehow for the side of Team T2K, which is quite rare to believe. Because whom did they even caught? Because Team Skylightz, they have the numbers advantage, but how did they even caught the 2 kills for the side of Train to Kill is a question.
Well, definitely, and at the same time, we have got to see the fights coming up. Team KM Golem has been spotted out, but Asian Gaming, this team, they have faced an early elimination in the previous game, but right now they have to concentrate on getting this drop fight completed as fast as possible. But if you talk about these two of the teams, both of the teams have got early elimination in the previous map, so they are really off to for a great start. But from this position, Team Asian Gaming cannot make a back off. While if you get to say Alu has been spotted, will be confirmed. The Vampire has been spotted, and that player will also be confirmed because Golem is on a rampage with the kill points they're securing. Team KM is wrapping up then. So the Scarlet Gaming has been spotted by Team Xtreme players, and in the meanwhile, Neo is just getting in the sandwich position. One player has been taken, but the other trade comes up. Gunner will be getting that revival as well, but the kill point will be secured by Team Skylight Gaming. But on the other hand, we might just get to see that Team Asian Gaming has got another early elimination map for Purgatory, and KM will be having a great start with the 4 kill points without a single casualty, while Skylight Gaming has also got 2 kill points in the favor without a single casualty. The players will be just getting spotted out. Some great scopes will be needed by Kangsa to just get those kill points, but definitely they don't have that right in this moment, but definitely they can just go for some tap shots or some burst shots to get that pretty decent damage, or might just go for a knockout as well.
Let's see, 11 teams, 37 players alive. This was when I guess, the 8 minutes had already been completed for the side of Bermuda. Now, it's the first zone also, which it did not even got to appear yet again. Team Raw being in a very unfortunate scenario. And what is this gameplay coming in from the side of Team SOONETA Gaming being so aggressive? Their aggression is so unexpected as well at times, because teams really do not have those many angles to work with. They have to first secure the loot, because it is the loot phase, and in the loot phase, if you see 12 teams getting wiped off from this whole map. We started off with the full stack lobby of 12 teams and really 48 players, but now down to only 36. It really shows that 1/4 of the lobby is already been eliminated. 3/4 is remaining, and that's how we are gonna start off our pace. Seems to be some rotations coming in from the side of Team World Esports, but that's something which is quite unfortunate, because only dual players are surviving. And do you think these dual players could really survive the way they are expecting? Because it's a map of Purgatory, might even look doable.
Well, definitely the position is the main thing in the Purgatory map, but right now Team Raw is just going with their rotation. Talking about JODS, they have got a decent match in the previous one. They can just come up with the top 3 as well in this match, but talking about the distance, we have got some other teams coming up. That is SOONETA Gaming, the squad. They are quite ready with the 2 kills points they have secured, but the teams those are in the duos, like those are in a duo formation, they have lost 2 players in the early phase. They will have some kind of problems in the end zone, because the less the the number of players or the teammates you are having in the end zone is more the difficult situation it gets for you to survive and get those kill points in your favor. In a simultaneous way, the zone has got a shift. In the eastern side, we can get the GV JODS out there, CNQ is there, SOONETA Gaming will be there, T2K is there, Team KKR is in the southwestern side. They can actually get the rotation easily done out there. Team NXT having the southern side, Team Roy is having the southeastern side. We might just get to see they are in a very cornered way. Team Xtreme will be coming from the northern side, Skylightz Gaming from the northwestern side, and the other teams, the 2 to 3 teams, are just outside of the zone, and they can easily manage themselves to get inside the zone in any time. But right now, the teams those are actually holding the compounds or the places inside the zone, they have to be really cautious. They have to be really patient because the more you hold the compounds in the central part or in the key part where the zone might just get a hardship, is the more you get the clusters forming, the more the teams are going inside that area to secure that. Because whenever any team actually sees a chance that this space can actually make the difference the whole entire match, they will surely go and will try to opt that position in no time.
Well, we still have, some seconds, some crucial end seconds left where these teams need to, just leave back all the loot which they have, unlooted some of those compounds which they would really be looking forward to loot. Because now the rotation phase has already begun. You are gonna go in there, you are gonna rotate with your team, get some ideal locations to hold on to, and holding on to an ideal location is important so that the zone might also favor you if you really anticipate that in a factor while rotating. And even this is that one time where zone is going to come and give you the damage. And imagine yourself to be in a scenario where in case you are getting inside the zone, teams are just waiting for you on the other side to just shot you down, get the kill confirmation. Because for them, you are just not a kill or an elimination, you are just those 4 points, you're just few points where they can easily add up to the scorecard. And teams are not even going to think twice before getting engaged in a fight. The way we have started, the way we have started a map of Purgatory, I really think across you might be convinced that yeah, these teams are really playing like Kalari, going all out there, gun blazing.
Well, definitely. The more you get the in an aggressive nature, is the more the kill points you are really looking forward. But in the map of Purgatory, playing like the map of Kalari, it is tough because the zone speed is not similar to Kalari. But if you talk about the map is still, and in other ways, the map is also still large than Kalari as well. But if you talk about the teams at God of Miracle, they're still outside of the zone. They're getting the blue zone damage as well. But Skylightz Gaming, they have to just get inside. The zone is not that far away, but definitely I don't think not a single team will just go for like let's get some blue zone damage and then we are going to enter. So right now the main concentration for the other teams we might just get to see that the center part of the map or the circle, we might just get to see the three teams are making the cluster. GV George, Team NXT is there. Team SOONETA Gaming might just not go above like forward from that position because they're having a decent compound for holding, and in the upfront they're having not a single hard compounds or not hard covers right now. They're just trees and bushes or rocks, you might just get to see, and leaving this sweet spot. I don't think any team would like to go out in the open for getting the skill punch. But on the other hand, the teams like Team KKR, I do believe if they want to come back, they have to maintain the game they have played in the previous match, same in this match as well.
Surely, and let's see across what's gonna happen, because this is just the seas being very calm before the thunderstorm is gonna come in, before any sort of huge storm is gonna come and ruining these
Yeah.
players. And that's not gonna be in term or in context of a storm on the game, but it's gonna be the teams themselves going all out attack. Just look at the play zone totally going towards the side of an eastern area. Team SOONETA Gaming inside the zone, but they were the middle. But this is what happens, whenever you are at the middle, no matter where the zone shift, you are gonna be ending, in the play zone only. Might be that from the center you might go all the way towards the side of the corner area, but Brasilia, first zone quite favorable. This time the second zone is also favorable, even the campsite. So between the sides of campsite, Brasilia, and definitely the point where Team SOONETA Gaming were holding, imagine the zone to just go between those area where it's going to be all the open fields. And Purgatory map is also asserted that because these players, like we told, since 4 minutes, 36 players were remaining. But since 4 to 10th minute right now, 6 minutes are over, teams have not just even engaged in any fight. This really shows why we talk about Purgatory being an ideal map for all the teams out there who are really wanting to play for the positioning, and positioning points is also not so massive. So in the end, they really need to grab some more kills if they have to come inside the top 6 position.
Well, definitely. At the same time, if you get sick out of Miracle, these teams are also coming in this. They're holding the compounds, but Team KKR is quite ready with the fights. Kangso is just getting those blue walls ready because Team KKR was out of Miracle. This fight is gonna come up in such a way. The needs are just pulling up inside the compound here as the paw has been spotted. Hayes will be just getting those shots done, but Puneet has been taken down. So the fights are still going on. Paw has got that healing for himself. The blue wall is just ready with that, but the positions are not ready. But Puneet will be taking down as well again, but this time Puneet will be getting confirmed right now. But God of Miracles, they have to be very, very cautious. The Chrono Shield has been activated, but in that kind of cases, Team KKR is not having the upper hand. You might just guess Susa has got that knockout as well. But Team God of Miracle versus KKR, this is a fight where both the teams are actually in a balanced way. 2v2 situation is turning out to be, but the need might just bring up some damage. Raymas gets a good amount of damage deal, but right now they have to be really, really cautious. Some damages are going from H4C as well. Some pretty needs will be in a very much need as well right now, because God of Miracles, they're trapped inside the compound. Team KKR are outside. Multiple needs are being used. Multiple shots are getting inside that compound or the building. But right now, if one knockout comes up against Team God of Miracle, I do believe both of the players of Team KKR are going to rush in.
Well, let's see what's gonna eventually happen, because they really need to survive at least this fight, because even if they survive this fight, there's no one surrounding them, there's no third party. So if you win it, you're gonna win it big, and if you lose it, you'll lose it at 0 point. That is what is at stake at this point of time. It's a 2v2 scenario. These 2v2 are really happening to be quite intensified, when at times Team KKR, they are up against really the start of Team Gods of Miracle. Gods of Miracle does some damage, but the intel is brutally being given. But look after the positioning from the side of H4C. H4C here on the rooftop. One pro, one con. Pro is that he is at a very godly high position, but the con is that he won't be able to provide enough cover in case his team gets taken down, which means that he needs to take all the matters into his own hands. But from the side of Team GV Gods, let's see what's gonna happen. There goes the initiation. Zoo somehow does the damage, but instantly back off. They are playing safe, they are feeling the pressure, but Zoo gets some short connectivities. Falling back, discharging at this point of time, it's not going to be an option. But how are they even making it happen? Team Gods of Miracle are actually letting them go, and if they do let them go, they are going to get the taste of their own medicine, because at that point of time, they will gatekeep these players. And gatekeeping, we have known, this is so amazing. Well, each and every two are being there, but H4C using the gatekeep at his best. He is just holding on to a seat. There goes the initiation. Only 24 HP remaining as Zoo. I don't think he's going to be able to provide the cover at this point of time. Team synergies is something which is really going to be very, very important.
Well, at the same time, the multiple shots comes up. Zoo gets taken down and will be getting confirmed this time. And now, God of Miracles, they are in a 1v2 situation. H4C is in a very fresher position right now. If we talk about, the zone is not that far away. But right now, the concerned position is that how is Team KK's last player H4C going to survive? Raymas just coming out, just trying to get those kill points in their favor. But on the other hand, the other fights are also going. Team Raw are actually struggling out. Some needs are going to come up, and H4C might just get those kill points, but no, this time we get Kangso coming up, and Team KKR gets an elimination in the 11th spot. An early elimination indeed, but definitely with that, God of Miracle and the other players will be heading towards the zone. But on the other hand, Raw Esports gets eliminated in the 10th position. Team Xtreme are getting some decent shots out there from Skylightz Gaming, and it might turn on the third kill point for Skylightz Gaming as well. But right now, one single player from Team Xtreme just survives in that compound, and if Skylightz Gaming is aware of that position, I do believe they should rush in and confirm that, so that Team Xtreme will also get eliminated in the ninth position if they just make the rush possible.
I mean, surviving at the top 10 position, this is going to be not giving these teams enough positioning points if they really expect to get eliminated at this point of time. Kills are really going to matter. Team GV JODS coming at the second spot last time in the match. wise scorecard. This time they get eliminated at the 9th spot. Hope they did add enough kills. Team Anam Lama, on the other hand, since the very start from our, from the time when our map started, they are down to 2 players and they are still making it survive. We did predicted the zone to go all the way between the side of the campsite and Brazilian. That's where the zone is going, and that's where Team SOONETA Gaming also anticipated. Only 2 kills in the early phase, yet again still the 4 players surviving. Though they ain't giving much of these unusual fights, but yeah, they are up against the side of Team Skylightz Gaming. Magician totally being inside the crosses. They might have a tough time if they want to take the centered location, but one more time the siren is going to go on, as within once again the zone also starts to shrink in Necros.
Well, definitely the zone is going to shrink very fast right now, and the teams who are outside of the zone will deal in plenty amount of damage. But T2K are getting into some serious troubles. God of Miracles, the 2 players those were surviving, are just creating so much pressure. Team Xtreme in the meanwhile gets eliminated, but Skylightz Gaming is having an upper ground advantage. Team KM are not in a great position, but they are just dealing a number of casualties. But right now, Darshan, last player surviving from Team KM. Can he make it to that far? Because Skylightz Gaming is not in the mood to just let them go out of this position. And with that, T2K also gets eliminated. God of Miracles will be getting that responsibility done. Team Anam Lama also gets eliminated in the 6th position. The 16 minutes have been passed, but KM are still holding up. God of Miracle also gets eliminated. Team NXT, they are still in the top 4, so that will mark some great options. But Golem gets taken down. What a precious nade comes up from Magician. And as I mentioned, that the man with the golden hand, and I do believe with that they are just getting multiple kill points, and with that triple kill comes up for Magician. Total of 6 kill points have been secured by SG Magician, and this time he's going to be taken down. So Team Skylightz Gaming, they don't want to fall apart, but Darshan will be taken down as well. The zone is going to shrink hard, and this time Skylightz Gaming have to go in on the move, or else they are going to be eliminated in the play zone as well.
Damn, Team Skylightz Gaming, they are really, being very dominant at this point of time, just playing the map like Kalahari. We see quite some number at this point of time, but now it's only down to the 3 players. It's got to be one and only Team Skylightz Gaming up against the side of Team 2B Gamer, and one solo player, being surviving. Let's hope how they gonna be performing, because Team, okay, 2B Gamers, they got eliminated, but now they're up against the side of Team SOONETA Gaming. Don't tell me Team SOONETA Gaming is already inside the zone, and yes, Team SOONETA Gaming is inside the zone. They both are gonna give their kill to the play zone and not even gonna give the fight. Team SOONETA Gaming, they might have won, Necros, but will they be actually satisfied? Because how did they won? They didn't even got those many number of kills, but they would want to add up. And I have this one concern as well to tell you. There were 11 kills from the side of Team Skylightz Gaming. They came at the second position, but in the map wise scorecard, was it the plan to come at the number 1? Because even if they didn't win a boya, maybe in the points table they would be number 1, because Team SOONETA Gaming, last time we saw only 2 kills they had, and they were just trying to gatekeep Team Skylightz Gaming. So what do you think overall actually went between this 4v4 fight between both of these top 2 teams in a 4v4 scenario?
Well, if you talk about the way Skylightz Gaming have played this match, is like they are on another aggressive mode right now. Like they have got 8 to 11 kill points, being in the second position. They got the play, like they gave the kill points to the play zone rather than giving it to SOONETA Gaming, the
Yeah,
squad of SOONETA Gaming. They just thought that why do I will give the points to other team while I can just give it to the play zone and let just it be the neutralized way. So right now, like Skylightz Gaming, if they would have gone inside this zone, SOONETA Gaming would have the upper hand, though they can use the glue walls. But the main pressure was that SOONETA Gaming had got that height advantage, first of all. Second of all, they have got the
yes.
zonal advantage as well. So if even Skylightz Gaming managed to get themselves inside the zone, they will be still struggling in that kind of situation, because the way SOONETA Gaming was ready, the ADS were just picked up, and was the aim was focused on Skylightz Gaming. They were quite sure that whenever they come inside, they're just going to be our kill points in no time.
It was, quite some amazing game which we got to see across. Cause where do you get to see, these much IQ, these much brain people just go out there gun blazing, either fight back. And I mean, so far you're quite convinced, right? Bermuda played like Purgatory played like Kalahari. Now it depends upon Kalahari what's going to be the initial scenario, but that's what I was talking about. Team Skylightz Gaming, if they would have given both of the kills to SOONETA Gaming, they could have been overtaking them, getting the 18 number. Yes, the Booyah is being won from the side of Team SOONETA Gaming, but only 4 kills is what they were having. And Team Skylightz, they were up with 4 more points because they had more 4 kills rather than, Team SOONETA Gaming. Point difference is definitely a 1 point, but 1 point is the difference which it all makes. Team 2B Gamers, they're at the third spot, quite a balance in terms of the finish and the positioning points. The only difference which is not there in the table currently is for the side of Team SOONETA Gaming. Look at each and every player. Even for the side of Team Gods of Miracle, 6 and 6, Team KM Brotherhood 7 and 5. So it totals up. If you add these two big digits, it totals up to a double digit. 12, 12, 15, 16, 17 is the points which top 5 teams is adding. But Train to Kill, they are totally down to just 6 points. GV JODS, they got eliminated early, but yes, they had some good kill points. 5 points in total, with they are going to add up. Team Anam Lama, they really need to come up with something more. Only 5 points just will give them to run the race at a average pace. But if they want to come inside the top 6, it's very important. Team Raw Esports being at the third position in overall points table might be not looking that good. Team Xtreme, KKR Xtreme, and we are seeing Asian Gamers as well, just down and not even able to cope up to the expectations.
Well, definitely, if you talk about Roy Sports, the way they are playing right now, the previous match, it also did not went that well. If you just compare to the overall standings and the map-wise scorecard, I do believe Roy Sports will just try to make a great comeback in the next remaining 4 matches they are actually having in today's game. So next map is going to be the map of Kalahari, and next time we have got the other games of the same loop in the second half, the map of Bermuda,
Yeah.
Purgatory, and the map of Kalahari.
Well, let's see what's going to initially happen, because we had an amazing day out there, guys. And, thank you all the guys for tuning in. Those who guys have just tuned in, this is the World Esports Cup presented by the Infinix smartphones. Some new phones which you could really put your hands on if you want to start your esports journey and play your favorite esports game. Powered by India Today Gaming, providing a platform for 3 of the various region. Our production partner, broadcasting partner is going to be Platonia, and FM radio partner is 104.8 FM. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let's take a quick short break so our teams could really get some hands on and be ready, refuel to show us the action at the third map of Kalahari. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Infinix Smartphone presenting the World Esports Cup powered by India Today Gaming, broadcast partner Platonia, and FM partner, radio partner, which is gonna be ISK 104.8 FM. Well, with us here, it's gonna be Tanya, Star Tanya, rather, I'd say her, and she is back with us for witnessing the third map of our Nepal region, the map of Kalahari, the map full of surprises. So, Tanya, are you ready for this free fire action which we are going to witness?
Thank you for such a warm welcome. Yes, I am pretty excited because now within room of 4 matches, we are going to announce the 6 teams who have
Yes.
qualified. Team Skylight Gaming definitely has cemented the position, but who is into the scrutiny right now? From position 3 until position 6, they are still into the mix, and from 7 to 8 also still stand a chance to level up. Team SOONETA Gaming taking away a booyah, a good required one booyah, because we did mention that SOONETA Gaming is underperforming. But if we come back to Team Skylight Gaming, they were playing very good yesterday. They are continuing to do so. And I mentioned at the end of the day that Team Skylight Gaming is going ninja growth. And I'm very sure of now, I
Yep.
wouldn't allow them to grow sneakily. We are going to keep our eyes wide open indeed. Since yesterday, they've got the spotlight on themselves. So there's going to be no ninja anymore. They have to play it into the open. No sneaky plays, no sneaky progressions.
Well, you talked about sneaky plays just in Purgatory. They're giving up the zone, giving up their kill to the play zone, making sure that opponent team are also not getting their kills. If they'll kill, it's fair, but if they are gonna get killed, they are gonna rather give the kill towards the play zone and not to any player. This is how we have got inside for each and every teams out there. They are not just counting their own numbers in the points table, they are counting the opponent player numbers as well. Team Skylightz, as we talked, they already at the number one spot, so all they have to do is just one job, and that's to secure the number one spot and to actually qualify as well. Challenges are going to be there for the bottom six, but for now we had a good hybrid lane path. Northern, Old Hampton towards all the way towards the side of the Stone Ridge. We have no drop clashes, just as we witnessed yesterday, and early fights might not get engaged, but a bit of a cluster being formed towards the side of the northern area. Team T2K, Team KM Esports, and definitely the side of Team Asian Game as well. I really feel, a bit of a backlash. I feel a bit bad for the side of Team Asian Gamers. They go in the map of Bermuda, they get a drop clash. Last time when they went into the map of Purgatory, yet again they got a drop clash, and these drop clash really happen to be that they are the first one to get eliminated at the 12th spot. Both the maps they were able to add only 0 points, and yet again once they are here towards the side of the shrines and Oldhampton, you are not even in any one of these locations. They are in the center of those, so all they got to loot is the central compound area. So for Team Asian Gaming, I mean, situations are not working out, especially starting from the side of drop location. They haven't even been shot as well.
Yeah, they haven't been short as well. And the way you mentioned the team getting eliminated on position 12, usually we have seen the team to take away Booyah gets eliminated very early on. So maybe we can expect the vice versa situation happening. The team to get eliminated on position 12 might take away the Booyah this time. But for now, the flight path was very, very indicative, which could prove that no early crash landings will be spotted, and the spread outs are very, very even. Even now, not even the loot sites are being shared right now, let alone ammo, guns, nothing. So I think until the first circle, teams are going to go ahead, save themselves best of the weaponaries, utilities, resources, and on the grounds of foundation, we can clearly spot Team ASG making a move through the swim route. Now this is a little bit unsafe route to follow, but they are very well aware that there's nobody sharing the grounds, and with the split of 50-50, they are feeling even more comfortable. Blimp is spotted, and I want to see what is with the natural airdrop coming in through that blimp, and if there's any grenade launcher coming in or I would want to see some finishers with that.
Well, let's see. Since we have started all towards the game, 3 minutes, and Tanya, not even one player got eliminated. It's completely, yesterday, as we mentioned, Bermuda being played at Purgatory being played like Kalahari, but the way Kalahari is also being played is so, like it's peaceful. in the starting 5 minutes. It's no fight. All the teams is getting the loot. Luckily, Foundation is somewhere where Team Asian Gaming are gonna find themselves some decent loot, and having a fight with the loot is something which could be very fair for them as well, because we will really get to see what Team Asian Games' true potential is, what they are capable of. They have came so far with us here at the World Esports Cup, and from Nepal region, they know already that some of the top dogs, some of the big dogs are really being quite dominant, being just entering into the esports area and making sure that they are proving themselves to be
Hmm.
worthy of
Mhm.
actually representing the country Nepal. They really need to pull up their socks as Team NXT holding these eastern refineries area. 4 players are alive, but yet again, say things, I think as if they are just looking down for any opening out of the side of Team Asian Gaming.
Let's see who is going to take the open entry here. Well, Case will be the one. Prajwal taken down, went into the open area fearlessly. Well, that was a dreadful situation. First blood drawn on the 5th minute of the clock, and it is going to be coming in from Team Raw. Team Raw started very strong yesterday, but then they were not able to maintain their consistency. If you have a look at the situation right now on the grounds of Stonebridge, you can again expect one skirmish happening real soon, and it is going to be 2 versus 3. Indeed, Team GV has started giving some pot shots on the vehicles, but no damage delivered to the player. Neither is the vehicle destructed. So maybe the rotations will continue to happen, but Kiss will also continue to take some more knocks and confirmation without any delay. A speciality of Kiss is always AC-80 attacks and finishers.
Well, seems as a team Anam Lama finally wants to play a bit on the front foot, making sure that they are getting engaged in fight attempts when it is really needed. But in the other side, it's going to be Team Raw Esports whom they are up against. They already have 3K, so pushing down to the last player, it's not going to be that difficult. And see here, the shots getting fired onto the side of Hack Team CNQ. Oh my god, Hack somehow drops down because the vehicle explosion was quite on the minimal edge of taking him as well after it gets exploded. But Bises, I mean, Bises is already up. No grenades, so really need to work with his firepower. A bit far from his teammate, but this is the point where Team Draw Esports, did a mistake earlier as well, getting exposed and open. They got a casualty. Like in a 1v4 fight, there's no need to go down solo. You can go on with the team so that even one of you guys are being knocked down towards a knee, you can have a chance. You do stand a chance to give the setback. Meanwhile, Team Xtreme got eliminated before we even could have expected Team Anam Lama to go down. That's a bit unfortunate ending for the start of Team Xtreme. But you see, Hack here comes up with the opening, but he is totally giving the respect. He is totally looking for a 1v4, and oh my god, is he going to be good to get another one? He could really confirm the kill. Who has, the player being knocked out, but Hack here. Let's see what's going to happen. Revival has been given, but there's a backstabber Hack, and the backstabber is not being taken into the account. And if it does not, then maybe situation could be worsened. But what? He gets another one. 2 players are still surviving. There's a reinforcement. Team Raw Esports on the verge of elimination, and are we going to see a clutch coming in from the side of Anam Lama onto a team who won yesterday this map in Booyah, who was Team Raw Esports?
And now Hack is taken down. Kiss will be the last man standing here. And let's see if the finisher comes in. It is going to be 1 versus 1. And Raw Esports will be decimated. And Team Anam Lama will continue to shower their strong play into the map of Kalahari. 9 frags for Team 2B Gamer. Well, when did that exactly happen? And Team Dragorg, well, look at him. If we have a look at his play, he has got 4 kills. And I really would want to see that if those kills are coming in any way from the grenade finisher that he was able to procure yesterday, because this grenade man turns to deliver a lot of wonders.
Oh my god, I really cannot believe Team Raw Esports. They have the most number of Booyahs being won, and at this point of time getting eliminated at an early stage, this doesn't look to be a good sign because we still have 4 maps remaining. They haven't yet secured, the mark of 75 or maybe even 100 point, which is a margin, a benchmark to be set for qualifying. Yesterday, yes, the winning team, the team at the number 1 had 83 points, which really adds up that even if today some of the teams are having more than 100 or 110 point, possibly they will be in the top 6 because just double down the numbers, right? And the team at the 7th spot only at 36 points. 72 would be the expected scoreline, so you really need to come up. Team Roy Esports getting eliminated at such an early stage. Yes, I mean they did got eliminated at 10 spot, which I'm assuming because even Team Train to Kill were they also got eliminated simultaneously. But getting eliminated at 11th and 12th position gives you no finish point. At least getting down at 10th position gives you 1 point, but is it enough is also a question. Team GV JODS, they lost one player, Prajwal, holding down towards the side of refineries. Let's see what's going to be initial call up for the IGL, because they have a team SOONETA Gaming rotating in front of them. Possibly they could really fight back. They could really get themselves engaged and put some gatekeep scenario. But because of these sound cues being given here, we see Team KKR as well entering the fights and entering the refineries area, which was being held from the side of Team NXT.
And now let's see, with the advantage of height, are they going to get these required kills? And no, Team KKR will lose Pavan, and will the revival come in handy is also the first question that comes into mind, because there is a mid-range fight where you can attempt to give a revive, but the advantage of height that the opponents has, they've got the exact 360 revive, and Pavan is confirmed with that. Team 2B Gamer enters into the double-digit club as a trio. Now it is going to be an equal affair, 3 versus 3, except will KKR want to continue to fight against them, or they are just going to race out of the battle? If you have a look at Circle is not inclusive of either of the two teams, but again we can see AC80 coming to the action between Team KM here, and now this the battle between two teams is turning into a three-way affair. We are seeing an entry of one more team on the course. You can see 2B Gamers, one player is already on the move, and Sus is stacking up a lot of zone damage, and this FreeFire dagger is spotted very rarely, and it is good to see that Sus is having it into hands. Let's hope he's also able to put to use of it.
That's so we can really, expect these teams to be outplaying at this point of time. But the solo players remaining from the start of Team CNQ, Hack has really turned out to be some beast out there when he played against the side of, Team Raw Esports, and that too playing against such a wonderful team. Getting them eliminated wasn't that easy, but he did made it possible. The fight of refineries, Tanya, always fun to watch because we have this upper reach, we have this lower reach, we have some advantage, disadvantage, and this is not a normal fight. It's completely different from what we usually get to see, between an open fight using the glue walls and also the fight in the houses where you use a utility. At this point of time, none of the players would really be knowing who is at which location. Each and every player have their own positioning. They're not even playing a regrouped, they're not even playing as a group, they all are playing individual at this point of time, so that they are able to cover various angle. Any angle being unchecked could be quite punishable to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Going all solo is a big no-no when you are playing this sort of a battle royale game where 4 players are a must to win an entire set of game, entire set of round map, and earn a booyah. So if they are going ahead with the scattered position, I'm afraid if each player is caught off guard by an entire team, they might lose a player. But here it is, Team SNG has not only lost one player but two. The team to take away a booyah into previous map, though only 4 frags into their pocket, but still 12 booyah points were counted, and they were just 1 point away from the number 1 position team, which was Skylightz Gaming. Against them it is Gods of Miracle, a team who is having one of the finest firepower within the lobby. I really appreciate the way they start to push in, and they send all it in. Once they are ready, once they are confirmed that we will be able to take it, zone is closing in, so now the battle is not only against a team, but they also have to fight against the zone. Vehicle is just racing into the open, and the fighting shots were delivered. Vehicle will not be destroyed once again, and Gods of Miracle are now into the lower grounds, are now struggling into the zone, but Ace will be able to confirm one more frag for himself, and once again Ace is the grenadier for his team. He can decimate an entire squad with 3 proper precise grenades. Right now grenade will not come into the action. Right now what comes into the action is entering into the zone, but they are going to fight off against Team KKR. Are they ready yet?
Well, Team SOONETA Gaming just got eliminated at the 9th spot. That's a bit unfortunate because the zone really got a lot of damage onto it. But GV JODS on the other hand getting shot down. Team Asian Gaming, this is the time to shine. This is the time to showcase what your true potential is. Meanwhile, Team NXT also getting in. They have 10 kills already. What? Am I really seeing this this number out there on the screen, all 28 players are alive. Only 4 teams have got eliminated and they already have 10 kills. Team NXT, there's some number out there, but only they are down to 2 players. Brent being the solo player surviving, and JD JODS, they got eliminated. Gods of Miracles are also here inside the point. Tony being the solo player surviving. Fights are just going everywhere, but Team Asian Gamers out there, they are with the triple digit advantage. They are there with those triple players, and these 3 players could really bring a good massive lead in terms of this 3v2 fight. Well, it seems as if they have decided to disengage. They were up against the side of Team 2B Gamers, who are looking quite dominant at this point of time, but Team KKR as well up against Team Gods of Miracle. Puneet is going to have a very tough time getting inside the zone, and as you told, the fight was not with the opponent team, the fight was also with the play zone, and that's what is going to get Team Gods of Miracle as well at the 7th spot.
And now Team KKR took all the advantage out of it. They lost the player early on. They took a move away from Refinery, and I think that put them into an advantage by winning that battle. But here we can clearly see Asian Gaming is trying to gatekeep a team which is to be gamer. Will he be allowed? Shall be the question. Player down, and it was fall to death. I really don't know how is it possible. And Hacker is down to play zone as well. So now the villain are not the players, but the zone in itself. The players are getting taken down by the zone. Stalker will be there. Grenade is delivered, and a little bit of damage was also delivered. He is chasing into the open water room pattern. Vehicle is almost there, destructed, but still he will be able to go behind the rock, save himself, and survive for as long as possible. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is 5 teams, 12 players, and 5 more minutes to announce the Booyah Bagger. Not for so long. Darshan will be able to confirm one more frag for himself. Team KM with a total of 3 frags, being into the center of the circle. They have got all the advantage required because only hard compound that is possessed by Team KM Esports, so they stand a good chance to take away a Booyah.
Well, 4 teams remaining. This is going to be such an intense battle between all the teams out there, because it's going to be Team KM Esports still surviving, Team Asian Gaming still surviving, Team Anam Lama still surviving. Bottom 3 teams showing their capabilities. So this is so much, of an amazing scenario to watch. But yes, they are up against the side of Team Skylightz Gaming, the one at the number 1 spot. So when Team Skylightz are going to face up against each other, let's see who is going to be the one who will be worthy. Hack comes up with the opening. This time it's going to be one of the players from the start of Team Asian Gaming. The new kill leader is going to be the solo player, out of which Team Anam Lama are still surviving. Hack comes up with the 4K. Finally, Jalal getting taken down with the grenade. Team Skylightz Gaming, are they looking to play aggressive? Are they looking to play safe? Gonna be the solo player surviving. C and Q, Team Anam Lama, they are just making this happen for them. Team KM Esports as well have the dual player surviving, but Gunner is going to get spotted. Zone is going to give him a damage, gets an opening, but gets taken down at the 4th spot. This really leaves up with the top 3, bottom 3 teams in the overall point table, which is Team Anam Lama, Team KM Esports, and Team Asian Gaming. 1v1 scenario is all. We fall down to Salu gets taken down at the 3rd spot. Now it's a 1v1. Anam Lama, is he gonna be that solo player? Yes, he does. He does it big. He does it brutal. One solo player who did not even have the hope to survive at Raw Esports. He proved himself why he could really come inside the top 10, but remove the 0, because this point of time, this player has brought his team alone, single-handedly to the number 1 spot. What a deserving and the best Booyah which I could have ever witnessed today.
Absolutely. It is much appreciable when you survive as a solo player and then luck falls into
Yes.
you. Hard work always pays off more, and that luck part was also earned with all the hard work that he was able to survive until the end. It was 1v1 affair, and very rarely do we get to see this sort of a scenario. And he
Yeah.
made sure to get that stylish grenade finisher with that Booyah for a solo survivor. What a amazing Booyah. The name is Hack for sure, but he has hacked my eyes. Now I'm going to watch out for what else does he have to show us, because this show was best by far, undeniable fact which you mentioned.
Yes, I mean, Hack is been completely beast out there. First, he took down, Raw Esports, which is going to be a quiet nightmare, because never ever have they got eliminated at this early point of time. He took the challenge into his own hand with all the big dogs. First, Raw Esports, who is the 3rd positioning team, Team Skylightz as well. The opening was from the grenade, which he really pulled off. He didn't even had much utilities, but because he was just killing and looting. The reward was not just the kill, but also the loot which he was getting, and out of which the final kill was not even with a 1v1 fight. It was just a grenade out there. He was out in the open area, and that's how he gets the amazing booyah, and he gets the 20-point mark. What in the name, Team Anam Lama have really performed. Team 2B Gamers, who got eliminated at the fifth spot, somehow, comes at the top because, yes, 11 kills is what they had. Followed by Team Asian Games, finally, Asian Games, Anam Lama, KM Esports, and even KKR Xtreme up there at the top six. This is very desperately needed. And Tanya, as you might agree, this is something which only you get to see as a surprise element in the map of Kalahari, because in Purgatory and Bermuda, things to be quite usual, but here tables completely change.
And always we do mention that Kalahari is the table upsetter, and I think this sort of a play coming in from Team Anam Lama is going to upset the teams who are middling right now from position 3 until 6. If we have a look at KKR Extreme's performances with only 8 score, but still managing to remain in top 6 is something good. Talking about Team Skylight now, well, a team who has been dominant since yesterday until now, with 3 more matches remaining, though they have solidified, but still they cannot go alone, getting eliminated on a single digit figure, because competition is turning into a next level. Competition is turning a little extra difficult with the plays of this sort, when solo survivor can take down a booyah with so much of hard work and survival instincts. And now God of Miracle getting decimated. That move towards Team KKR, I think that was somewhere wrong, because they already needed to heal, and now immediately going ahead picking up fight when zone was also closing in did not end up exactly what they wanted. But worst part is Team Xtreme getting eliminated with 0 score, SOONETA Gaming getting eliminated with only 2 placement points. The team to take away a booyah. This has been a chain reaction, a dominoes effect. The team to get eliminated on position 12 usually gets booyah, and same vice versa
Yeah.
at various occasions.
Surely, and that's how it was the story of our Kalahari map, where these 12 teams did competed, but the bottom six came quite top. You really need to give it up to Team Skylights. I mean, they are so well prepared, for their own region. They are so consistent. Today also they won, one booyah. Both the maps they came inside the top three position. This time, yes, it was a fourth position, but the way they have been showing their rotation, the way they have been showing their performance, it's so massive. And see, 121 points followed by 114 points. The benchmark of 100 points is actually being crossed. Each and every team crossing 100 points is really put that Q near their name, because that's what's going to show them qualified. Gods of Miracle seemingly quite doable, but yeah, we have more 3 maps remaining, Tanya. And Raw Esports, this is the map which should not be repeated from their side, or else Team SOONETA Gaming, Team GV Gods, they are just behind them to overtake.
They are absolutely just behind them. 6 points of buffer is negligible, to be honest, because Sunita Gamer, if at all, once again they get decimated with 2 points, I think GV Gods might level up themselves. Though the race for the day is not for getting number one, it is for qualifying. But ultimately, if you keep stumbling down and then down and down, then there's no coming back. So I would want definitely Sunita Gaming's team to go ahead, grab the strength, and again, strength really get that required booyah. It's okay if the kill points are not there, but those 12 points are going to get counted at the end of the day. And if you have a look at the next half of the overall scorecard, look at Team KKR. Yesterday, when we ended the day, we saw them on position 7. Now, even after 3 more matches, they are still sticking to position 7. Now, they are consistent, sure, but now consistency is not the key for them. They need to level up to reach towards top 6 of the leaderboard.
Well, seems as if Team Anam Lama, they have really, climbed up very good. They have climbed up at a very good pace, because I don't think the journey is that far. 3 more games, but yeah, all these 3 games should be very, very, perfectly played. They have to play next to perfection at this point of time, because they got 20 points in the very first map. Yes, Kalahari will be played once again. That might add up some more points, but what about the remaining points? From 58 to 78 could not look that undoable the way Hack has been performing, and I'm really rooting for this guy to keep his pace on, because he is going to be that one reason for the start of Team Anam Lama to actually qualify. But as as we talked about the rest 22 points, 22 points need to be equally conquered within these two maps of first Bermuda, and then it's gonna be the map of Kalahari. Yes, about Purgatory. 11 points really mean that you have to come inside top 5, you have to come with some finishes, and for that, for your team to just be on a very ideal rotation is very, very important. Yes, the play zone, it's gonna play his role and teams are gonna be challenged out there, but it's just a matter of fact that within soon we are gonna see the map of Bermuda in no time.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, 3 matches down today. It is the last opportunity, and room of space of qualifying is decreasing as the match is progressing, as the day is progressing. 3 matches down, 3 more to go. Now, this is exactly where the middling teams will have to make sure they stick to their position, and the teams into the bottom half of the leaderboard needs to make sure that they do anything and everything required to conquer the top 6 of the leaderboard. Is it going to be easy? My answer will definitely be no, because here each and every team is here to qualify, to go ahead, grab the top 6 position. So nobody is going to let loose anything, knowing that only 3 more maps are remaining into the future. This is World's Esports Cup powered by Infinix Smartphone, and it is me, Star Tanya, alongside me. It is Upcon. We will be catching you in a while.
proud about it. I quit ordering from all those fast food chains. I'm feeling better, there's no doubt about it. And my days are brighter, my shoulders are so much lighter. Just for a moment there, I thought that there was nothing more to life. I thought about it, wrote a couple songs about it. Just for a moment there, I lost myself. Mind if I be real for a minute? It's almost like everything I feel had a limit. It now gone past, finding reasons to smile and to laugh. And whenever it's a bad day, music is my band-aid. the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with World Esports Cup. Today it is Nepal qualifiers final. 3 matches are already down, 3 more to go. What we have witnessed is into overall scorecard, Skylightz Gaming is still dominating, but the teams into the lower
Yes.
scorecard are also not letting anything loose. Upcon, do you think right now what we have in top 6, or maybe the teams who are into the middling from 3 to 6, are they going to get switched by some teams from 7 to 9?
It is going to be difficult, but it is definitely going to be doable. Out of which we saw in the map of Kalahari, the pace, which we saw some of the teams coming up. We saw all the teams like Team Asian Games, Team Anam Lama, especially the team of the sort of Team KKR Xtreme, who had even won a Booyah yesterday. These teams who won a Booyah, it's very hard for us to believe as well, right, Tanya, that they aren't even able to come at the top 6 position. But somehow that's what, consistency really matters a lot when you play 6 map in a day. Kind of exhausting, kind of draining in terms of your energy, but you really need to keep it up because that's what you have to show your capabilities for. Let's hope that teams are just able to give their best for the rest 3 maps remaining, not even think a while for anything else, no pressure, neutralize themselves and just give it the best shot possible, because already Team Skylightz, there's someone who was doing so.
So here we go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the map of Bermuda for World Esports Cup Day 2, Map 10, Group number 1. And Team TX is heading for Sentosa. Alongside them, KM Esports is also heading for Sentosa. We can expect an early battle happening here. If you have a look at flight path, that is going all the way from Cape Town towards Observatory, spread out shall not be the cause of concern no matter what. Cape Town will go into the hands of Gods of Miracle. That indicates that they are going to have a lot of loot to work out with.
Well, seems to be a unfortunate drop clash, I'll say, for the start of Team Xtreme versus Team KM Esports. KM Esports have been doing quite well, but currently, and if they do not survive this, it's gonna be a bit of unfortunate, and so will be for the start of Team Xtreme as well. This is the last time, all of these 12 teams will be up against each other at the map of Bermuda, because after this, it's just Purgatory and Kalahari. Seems as if loot is not being sufficient to most of the players out there yet again. They are going in for the fight. Nor's ability being deployed, but somehow he saves himself, and the counter from the side of Rikesh is also being deployed, so that's a good way to uphold your abilities. But Neon, on the other hand, he's the first player to get down. Will he get another? Yes, he does. There goes two in trade, and like switch off a one. So that's a fair trade, I'll say, for the side of Team KM Esports. But then again, Team GB is also getting eliminated by the side of Team Anam Lama. That's unfortunate for both of these teams, whom we are keeping our eyes on, whom we are keeping an expectation on, just falling apart in such an early stage of the map.
What a early battle. Now the play set is totally changed. Nobody wants to go passive now. This is not exactly what Team Nepal's are. They are evolving with every single passing match. Players are getting taken down, and it is going to be Red Eye. Confirmed contract for himself. Spades are coming in. Golem will be able to trade one player, but still Salu is down on the knees. Will he be revived? So is the same question for Mr. Vamp here. What a jump and shoot action coming in again. A shotgun. Winning this duel, confirming it, and it is going to be total of 2 frags, and Salu shall be revived, is revived, but Vamp will not be. Neon has got nothing left to do but race showing his back. If he gets unspotted, good to go, but if he's spotted, there's nothing that can save him anymore.
It's really, a bit unfortunate, but that's what, Xtreme got eliminated at this point of time, which is a bit unfortunate, because that, this seems to be one of the favorite map, like Bermuda, where you have played the most, and the map which you have played the most, getting down on that very map, it's very, bad. But Team Asian Gaming up against the side, I'm assuming, of Team GV Gods, who did had some opening out there, but seems as if the revival was being given on time. All the players are having enough HP to work with, which really shows that the loot which they gathered is amazing. But what look after this player Bag, who is having not even a single armor. Team GB JODS, actually they don't have enough loot, to be honest, because they are running with just one glue wall for the side of Zirei, no armory for himself, not even a single weapon, grenade or anything. So yeah, for fallbacking is a best case scenario. But imagine if Team Asian Gaming, somehow they capitalize on this, they do realize that the opponents are feeling the pressure and they have to fall back. So this could be quite a winnable, win-win scenario for both of these teams, because they are trying to fall back while the other team is trying to just come up with the top 6 position.
Now top 6 position is going to matter too much, so each team is definitely trying to go ahead, survive for as long as possible. Right now, if you have a look at Team Anam Lama, 1 frag confirmed. The player Zaire is stuck into a small wooden shack. How long will he be allowed is the question, and now the fighting shots are going to initiate, and he will be put to toe. He was able to take down 1 player, but ultimately getting confirmed, and the player who was down on the knees, he will be revived for sure. Right now, if you have a look at team Anam Lama, 2 frags, no loss of players, sounds strong.
Well, we do have 4-player advantage as well for the side of Team Asian Games, which can be good. But what am I just seeing? Team Train to Kill, are they just near him? Yes, they are. They spot on Sagar, and are they gonna take him down? Well, Nitesh seems to be a bit someone who got traded back, but SOONETA Gaming, Sagar coming up with that headshot. That's the sniper which you would want to have in your lineup to just give up these openings. But there comes the retaliation in terms of the utilities. It's a 3v4 scenario. Team SOONETA Gaming, they are just building up pressure quite way more than Team T2K would really have expected in this early stage.
Well, this early stage, it is Sagar with very low HP. Charlie will be taken down once again. What a precision of aim coming in through the small pixel view available behind the tree. He was able to take down a player not only once but with two times consecutively. Now it is going to be Sunita Gamer rushing against Team Train to kill. Vehicle put to a blast as a cover, or I don't know what, but right now Charlie will also be put to shut down. With that, we have got 11th position team getting eliminated, and now Sunita Gamer with 4 kills, 3 coming in from Tero. What a play! Well, I really would want to see those precise, crisp DMR shots once again. If this is the way OMS MA2Bs will be put to use, I am afraid that Sunita Gamer's team will definitely dominate this map of Bermuda.
Well, let's hope, because this map out of 3 times, Tanya, which we have witnessed 2 times already. Yesterday also Team Raw Esports had won it. Today it was some different scenario because Raw Esports did get eliminated. But then again, let's keep our hopes high, because I was really rooting for Team T2K, but they haven't been having some good time against these opponent players. Yes, the level of, the bar being set is completely been, insanely high at this point of time, where these teams are just so competitive. You cannot really expect at what time, at what player could really shine and bring up what he is capable of, just the way we saw Team Anam Lama hack doing it. Team Asian Gaming, they're somewhere hanging in there, in the Remnant village. There's a fight between the side of Gods of Miracle versus Skylightz Gaming. If this part of time Skylightz gets taken down, that's a very big opportunity. But is that going to happen is a question. Well, it does look quite doable. 2 players from the side of Team Gods of Miracle get taken down. Is Ramesh going to get another one is a question. It's a 2v2 scenario, somehow confirming the kill. One single player remaining is going to be Musician. Musician down to a 1v1 scenario, but does not realizes the backstab. Ganzu, on the other hand, he has 3 players who could, he could give them the revival, but in a 1v1 scenario, it's total a squad elimination. It is in the hands of these 2 players, and God of Miracle, they do not make it happen. Musician is the one who will give down the revival, and that was as intense as what can we even relate to, because there's nothing compared to the intensity and the pressure which these two teams were going out there, both in first a 4v4, then a 3v3, then 2v2, and now in a 1v1. Musician did not realize. I'll say that, yeah, Team Gods of Miracle had their shot while backstabbing, but the Kronos ability, well, it's not that nerfed as we expected.
Oh, well, definitely. This was the last thing that we could have expected coming in from team like Gods of Miracle. But anyway, the duel is lost for sure, but they still do have 2 more matches remaining for the day. If you have a look at Team 2B Gamer right now, they are very close against Team Anam Lama, which is already handicapped. There, Anam Lama has only got 3 players alive, so it is going to be a situation of 4 versus 3. And did you also notice Circle right now? It is totally southernized, so the teams who are very well overextended towards the western side of the mainland as well as towards extreme northern side, they will have to make a move, and there are various teams who might gatekeep them. For now, Team Anam Lama is also having a good cover of the ridge. Nothing is forcing them to pick up the fight, and this is a smart move as well. When there's nothing forcing you, you should never pick up a fight. Otherwise, in terms of forcing a fight, you tend to lose a player, and for now Anam Lama has already lost 1 player, and they would definitely not want any other. This grenade is nothing but showing their existence about where exactly the opponents are holding, and if at all a team 2B Gamer comes into the trap, starts coming into the action, now here comes the exact advantage, that exactly what Anam Lama is expecting for. And Circle is also taking a shift, and I think it might go into factory Pochinok side, a little centralized, not again southernizing itself.
Well, look after, how GV is wanting to come inside the top positioning.
Oh,
Yes, last time also we had like Mars Electric be in the end zone, but these teams, how are they really anticipating it? What? The teams are totally right on the anticipation. Yes, it goes once again a similar zone, and this is what we got to see in the very first map of Erangel as well for the day 2. But Team Sunita Gaming, they have a long way to go. They are just going all the way from the Cape Town, then Kotatua, then Pochinok, and then might be, some compounds nearly, which will let them, end up between the crosshairs of Team KM Esports. But Team GV Chords, what is really the anticipation? Because once they land near these shows, already the teams are preferring the shows rather than coming down to this Mars Electric area. Because once the zone doesn't land in Mars Electric, it's very hard to get out because all the fences where players could give a cover and a gatekeep scenario, teams are preferring shows rather than the Mars Electric.
The Mars Electric perspective was like, I was not expecting that circle is again going to go southernized, and now it did. Factories, a little bit area of factory was still within the circle, but then there are certain teams, indeed, there are all teams clustered within the circle. So zone prediction comes on point from 5 teams altogether. Now, that is also sometimes very rare to spot, but right now, what we are spotting is the sniper tower totally contested by Team KKR. They are trying to take down players of Anam Lama. It is going to be a Asian Gaming. One player down on the knees, but the player will be revived. Blue wall is crashed right now, coming in from Sus. Phone is a weapon where you just crouch and keep on attacking because you don't have to reload again and again. One more knock confirmed. Is he going to go for the point registration as well? Because Blue wall are definitely not doing any wonders.
Well, Susan just doing as much pressure as she could, dealing for the side of Team Asian Gaming, but is this the verge where they are going to get eliminated? Rather, they are, going to contest, and this is a very rare Asian Gaming which we get to see, not willing to back off, rather willing to fight back, building the pressure onto themselves. This is going to be unfortunate because this time it's not just one but twice, that they are just going to get a bit of, backstab coming in. Quite some quick scopes as well, which helped overall Team KKR to capitalize on the kill. But unfortunately, Team Asian Gaming, they are eliminated. We still have, Anam Lama left. We still have KKR Xtreme left. So these two bottom players, it's very important. Even KM Brotherhood, to be very honest, they are actually the one with the massive number of kills currently inside the lobby, which any team is having. 4 kill is what, they are really contesting in. But GV JODS, the zone is shrinking in. Can GV JODS actually make it up? Yes, they are from making it from the side of the southern western area where already Team Anam Lama holding off. This could be some of the easiest pointers for them in case they spot on to, GV JODS. It's just 2 points waiting for them entering through the shores from the river. But still, on the other hand, we have Team 2B Gamer, quite some dominant team. Team Skylightz, they are also still alive with the 3 players advantage. The play zone is also going to be quite a big enemy at this point of time for each and every team.
Now entry through the coastal area is being made. They are going to make a move towards the circle as well, and they're going to cross the path to Anam Lama. Is it going to be any easier? Circle again goes southernized. This time there are various teams will be left on outside the circle, which is SOONETA Gamer as well as Team KKR Xtreme. So is 2B Gamer. They have to make a move, and if you have a look at Team Anam Lama, they've already made a move. And how scattered is Team Skylightz Gaming? They really cannot afford to lose again. They have to make sure they stick to each other into the clustered pattern. They need to cover their back. Not even a single player should be decimated to make sure they survive until top 3 as at least, because in the previous map as well, into the map of Kalahari, Skylightz Gaming were eliminated on position 4. If you have a look at UAV influence, it is revealing almost every team's presence, existence, and now they are aware about where each and every opponent is holding on to. And if the distance is a little extra, so again I would say the teams are not going to push until and unless they are getting kill greedy.
Well, let's see, Team Raw. This is the team who have won the most number of Booyah, but they are just down with Skylightz Gaming as well in terms of the overall points table. But then again, let's see what is gonna happen. They have such an ideal location to hold on. Yes, they are a bit towards the corner side in this empty pool, but still, if the next zone really doesn't favor them, do they have an exit plan at this point of time? Because most probably, Mars selecting, as far as I'm predicting, zone won't be, shifting there, because zone even loves to see the open fight, and mostly whichever fights we have witnessed so far, it's the open field fight itself. Well, Team 2B Gamer somehow striking in. This is gonna be a knock for danger for the side of Team Anam Lama, and yes, they have realized it. The fight goes on. The first player gets taken out. 2 more remaining. Can Team Anam Lama actually make this happen? Shibu, on the other hand, goes out of the zone. He's not having any control on his vehicle, but he really needs to have, because he is going to lose that numbers advantage to his team. Meanwhile, Team GV JODS also coming in. Team NXT 1 gets taken down. It's a 3v2 scenario, but Team GV JODS gets gatekeeped through those nades, and I think the revival was also not being given. Unfortunately, Team NXT lost a player, but we even lost Anam Lama. GM, esports are just only one team who could challenge the big dogs at this point of time. But Raw Esports, with the 4-player advantage, once again have the zone in their favor.
They have got the zone in favor. Will they be able to reach towards Booyah? Because still 18 players are into the lobby. Right now it is going to be Team KKR as a two-man roster alive, fighting against a team like Raw Esports. We have seen their play and it is really very aggressive. They are trying to pick up fight with not only one team but two teams at a time. Now this is a little risky move coming in. Even if you are four-man roster alive, you cannot afford to pick up fight with two teams at a time. That is going to turn you into the patty between the burger. And now comes the action of SOONETA Gamer. Well, they are certainly out of the circle, but they have managed to get total of 6 frags for themselves with no loss of players. A tough competition for Team Raw Esports is also ready to enter the circle. Supreme coming in from Team 2B Gamer is racing the bike into the open, hides his bike, and now going with the SVD attack. After so long, I'm happy to see SVD coming into the action.
Wow, that's amazing. Team KM Esports, dual player surviving. Yet again, they don't have the zone and in front of them. It's, Team 2B Gamers just being so much in an open contested area. KKR Xtreme is gonna get taken down. Team 2B Gamers finally bringing him some kills as well to themselves. But finally, Team Skylightz Gaming, they are gonna be here. But this time up against the side of Team SOONETA Gaming itself. The play zone totally favors to the side of Team Skylightz Gaming. What is this play zone? This play zone is totally in an open area. It is so small and there are so many players remaining. Sagar comes up with that opening. Him with that gun is just an insanity which he really performs in. One player got taken down. Sallu gets confirmed. KM Brotherhood at the position of 5th will be eliminated. We still have 4 teams out there who are going to be one and only Team Skylightz Gaming up against the start of Team 2B Gamers. We might even have, Team Raw Esports, because Raw Esports are the only one with all the numbers advantage that they have currently got at Team SOONETA Gaming. Yes, we cannot miss on to that as well. It's a 4v4v 3v3 scenario and this is going to be a bloodbath right now.
It is definitely going to be a bloodbath. We are going to witness the flood of the blood, but King is flooding the kill feed right now. It is going to be so many frags, 5 in total. SOONETA Gamers team with total of 12 frags. They have managed to enter the circle. They have got the advantage of upper grounds, but now they're getting shaky. Use the chrono ability as well as various blue walls to deploy. They will survive. They will be safe. Rotation coming in also from Team Raw Esports, but now it is going to be Gangsta who is trying to stop Kings from entering the circle. And what in the world? SOONETA Gaming getting decimated. The wrath of Skylightz Gaming was real. Now it is all up to 3 versus 2. Skylightz Gaming versus Raw Esports, and now Magician will heal himself once again. Kiss going ahead with the grenade finisher. One more player put down. Once again, it was the duel of the shotgun, but this time Kiss will be the last man standing. It is going to be a fair 1 versus 1. Magician magically confirms one more frag for himself, and Wukong ability deployed, pushing it in, and anonymously Skylightz Gaming were put to shut down. Raw Esports taking away the booyah off the map of Bermuda.
Wow, 4th booyah for the whole 2 days event with they had, and that's next to some insane performance. What a way, what a game being presented from the side of Team Raw Esports, being hold off patiently. But here's where top 5 situations were completely turned around. Team KM Esports, they had the zone, but they got exposed in an open area. You did saw just below them was Team Skylightz Gaming, who are also inside the zone. All they had to do is just stay inside the cover, but being the center of attention when that's the zone, most of the teams were just fighting on, and it was Team SOONETA Gaming who first eliminated Team KM, then eliminating Team NXT. Like 2B Gamers, they didn't even had a chance of elimination. They were looking strong, they were looking powerful, but yeah, I will say there was a bit of an over approach where they were just rotating all the way with those motor vehicles, especially when you are in an end zone against a team like Raw Esports, like Skylightz Gaming. Unfortunately, what happens to be is that Team SOONETA Gaming, they run out of glue walls. No glue wall forcing them to just run out there extremely in a desperate need of cover, and from backside it was the biggest enemy who was the play zone as well. Them getting eliminated at 3rd spot is so unfortunate, because after getting double digit kill points, they are really not able to maybe come at number 1, because we saw 7 and 8 points for both Skylightz and even Team Raw Esports as well. So the points table is going to be quite competitive at this point of time, Tanya.
Absolutely, because we were just talking about which team might take away Booyah Sunita Gaming, who had the momentum, who did enter the double digit club. Raw Esports had the advantage of Circle, but then Circle favored no one but Team Skylight Gaming, and that is exactly the point of advantage for them, where they were able to decimate a team like Sunita Gaming, who were into the best of the position, but then they ran out of the glue walls, they ran out of the chrono abilities, which they already used it a little earlier. They had nowhere to go but to be put to shut down. But I think even after getting eliminated on position 3, I think they have done enough to still be spotted in one or two position.
Well, here's the map wise and Team
Whoa.
Sunita Gaming. Oh my god, no problem if they didn't won the Boya, but it's completely a switch. You see, rank point was supposed to be 12 for them. It is for the kill points, and kill is 8, and that was happened to be for the startup team Raw Esports as well. And as you had mentioned, that kills is something which is more being prioritized in case both the teams are having equivalent point. Same goes for the startup team Skylightz Gaming. No matter they win or lose, they are consistently adding up these double digit points after each and every map which they are playing. Team KM Esports, that's amazing to be gamers. They could have been, something more out of that early elimination, but KKR Extreme, well, that's a good placement. They got in top six.
That is indeed a very good placement. Finally, we get to see KKR not on position 7 but on 6. Today, KM Esports is also trying to level up in terms of being spotted over and over time in top 6. I think if they are able to do for two more times consecutively into the map of Purgatory as well as Kalahari, we can expect Team KM Esports maybe not into the bottom 2 but into the mid layer, be a midler like from 7 to 9, which is somewhere good once again, though not enough to qualify, but at least you feel proud of yourself when you end at a good note. So a good performance is spotted coming in from Team Sunita Gaming. Getting eliminated by Skylight Gaming doesn't get counted, but because still number one position will go into their name. Booyah going into the name of Raw Esports. Skylight Gaming had loss of player, had advantage of Circle, but then I really like the place where Wukong ability was deployed and where it was an
Yeah.
opportunity of 1v1, but then Raw Esports definitely have got a very good firepower, which we have repeatedly informed to the viewers.
Well, that is such an amazing, scenario to be in. Asian Gaming, on the other hand, you see, with 4 points, GV JODS, they tried so hard. You see, swimming down all the way from the side of Rimnam village. You really got to give it up to them. Even Anam Lama, like 4 points for all of these teams who have been so hardworking, who are not ready to give up. Gods of Miracle, unfortunately, down to 2, trained to kill, not even to get a single point at this map, but only 2 map remaining. It's the start of the end, and the start was Bermuda. Next is going to be Purgatory. So, one finale chance being given to all of these 6 teams to play bit positioning, because once it goes to Kalahari, there's no positioning there. You just have to go out there. You have to be very aggressive, very like a fighter in terms of the firepower, which I can totally define it with a single name who was hack from the side of team CNQ hack from the side of team Anam Lama. The way he played was just next to perfection.
Absolutely. Anam Lama hack, but look at the play points now, taking away a booyah, but then right now they are spotted into bottom 6. This is
Yes.
again into the chain reaction, and now booyah being taken down by Raw Esports. Are they going to continue to play strongly? Or again, the history will repeat. They are going to go taken down early on and maybe spotted into bottom half. For that, ladies and gentlemen, you have to wait and watch because two more matches remaining, and this is going to be the fate that has to be written, the destiny which will be created to go ahead, because it is World's Esports Cup powered by Infinix Smartphone. Prize pool is of 75 lakhs INR. Upcon, what do you think? That are we going to see any switch of positioning once again before going for a short break?
I really think that switch of position is quite undoable at this point of time, because teams have a sound of relief. All they have to do is just defend themselves due to 2 maps already, 2 days already with they have seen in Purgatory. They know what the rotation is. It all depends on the play zone, that is it going to shift towards the side of the Western Golf Course just as it went yesterday, or is it going to go towards Brasilia? in either case, teams know where the opponents are going to rotate from. Just one thing which could really make a difference is the drop clash which some of our bottom teams will be giving to the top teams out there, because Brasilia is supposed to be a very drop clash area, and we are really excited to witness that. So let's take a quick short break for now. Thank you all the guys for tuning in. Do not forget to hit that like and sub button, and we'll be right back within few seconds.
So what is up, guys? Welcome back to Infinix Smart Moves, presented by World Esports Cup, powered by India Today Gaming and broadcasting partner Platonia Esports. So alongside me, we have got Star Tanya coming up. So Tanya, the last two matches we are gonna get right now. The whole intense battle of the Group 2 is almost coming to a very end, and probably the day to the final day, top six teams are going to advance for the next round. So what do you thinking? The which are the top six teams in your account might be?
For the number one position, Skylight Gaming, well, they are doing very, very good. They are continuing with what they have done yesterday, still going for the Booyah attempt, still getting those double digit frags into their pockets, and still retaining the position number one. But then comes the teams who are into the bottom half, who are trying to go overboard, talking about Team KKR, who were on position 7 yesterday, but right now they're trying to climb up the ladder every single time they are spotted into the top half of the leaderboard, map wise scoreboard. That is what I'm talking about. But then comes Team Anam Lama. At a time, they are taking away a Booyah, double digit frag, but then getting decimated very early on with just 2 to 4 points of standing points. So I think it is mix of all. Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading for the last and final segment for the day. It is Map of Purgatory, World Esports Cup, Day 2, Map 11, Group number 1. And here we go ahead with the flight path.
Well, talking about the flight path, the teams will be taking the respective drop, not to maintain the drop clash as we have seen in the first segment of today's day, that the Purgatory map was somewhat where we get to see, there's not much of clusters, but definitely the teams were playing in a very aggressive nature. They were going for the kill points at the very early start, and as we have seen in the very early start, that team KM has got some early engagements in the Marble Works area, but this time they are going to make it up in such a manner that they don't get early eliminations, because in this kind of matches, in this kind of last day and last two matches, every team will try to strive for the top six category, because there are some of the teams I do believe that they have got some chances of qualifying, but now we have got the early engagements. Team Asia Gaming will be coming with them first tracks. Team Raw is in a very disadvantaged situation. First casualty, like first two casualties have been dead. One player has been eliminated and one player is knocked out. I believe he will also will be confirmed, but the remaining two players are still struggling, and a very early start for Asian Gaming, we can just get to say, but very early elimination for Team Raw Esports, we might just get to say, because a single solo player is surviving from their end.
Now the tough time is on, and Central City's fights are always fought with the speed of a flash. But what else is speedier? It is going to be Marble Works, where the split coming in from Team KM is not going to render them much of the results against them. It is going to be Team GV JODS, the JODS of rotation, the JODS of the best water route users, and they are near to the docks. I think they can pick up an advantage. Right now, it is a 1v1 situation, except for KM Esports have called the help very quickly. So the future for Zoe definitely looks a little difficult for me. 1 versus 1 will end up, and Zoe was down. Team supports come in, so is Zaire.
Well, at the same moment, we get to say Team GV George, they have got some pretty decent start in today's day, but right now what they actually determines that how we are going to end up the day, because the fight has already started. Team KM has got one casualty, Salu has been taken down, but back-to-back knockouts are coming from Rikesh, and he will also be picked up right now. But in the main moment, GV George, they have to go abroad, they have to go for those kill points right now, because the revivals are really in a great priority. Salu will be getting that revival, Rikesh will also get the revival, but Team GV George, they have to fall back from this position. They are getting multiple shots. The solo player is surviving, and just he is the solo survivor is striving to get the position points that he can collect from this moment, because being a solo survivor, it's really tough to get those kill points in a very end game. So it's better if we just wait out till the end, have patience, and get those position points at least for his team to get themselves in a decent position in overall standings.
A decent position is all what you want when you know that last two matches are remaining, and now this one being purgatory. Zip lines were being used here. This would have been a easier knock, but then he doesn't even want to miss that confirmation of 1 point. If you have a look at highest resource loot zone, it is in Ski Lodge. Two teams fighting against each other. Team Anam Lama's ex is down on the knees. Will he be revived? Definitely, it is going to be Anish and Hack who will try to reunite, who will try to revive where the player has already pushed it in to revive, and Anish on the course will be able to confirm frag for himself. So it is going to be the battle between three each. So it is a fight. It is the fight of the equals, 3 versus 3, except for upper grounds advantage will go into the hands of Team Anam Lama, but it doesn't mean that Team Xtreme is going to get decimated very quickly. It is Ski Lodge. We have seen people, we have seen teams taking the advantage here into the grounds of Ski Lodge from lower grounds as well. They are able to pick some early headshots.
Well, definitely, if you talk about this kind of situation, Team CNQ is having that height advantage if you talk about. But right now, Team Extreme, they are in the bottom side. They might just face up some difficulties. Sundar has been taken down from CNQ's end, but right now, they have to focus on the kill points. They can actually take out from that position. They have got three people standing up front. Team X are not in a really good spot. They have to go out of this position as soon as possible. But right now, I don't think that back off from this position is really possible, because C and Q has got a complete ADS on them, and I do believe with that it's really tough. But C and Q, I guess they want to just back off from this position. They don't want to engage in the very early fight, because just 5 minutes of gameplay has already got over, but the 12 teams and 40 players are still striving, and with that they want to continue till the end game, and they want to get those position points. But Red Eye, he wants to aggress, he wants to get those kill points, he's just moving up front, he's willing to take those fights, but Red Eye is dealing a good amount of damage, will be getting some chances to heal himself up. But at the same time, C and Q are going with multiple shots, which might just create some hindrance problem for Team X as well.
It is fight of equals as we already talked about, and now VSS Reaper Bullet is doing a lot of damage to Red Eye, but he has got a cover of the pillar. The cover is going to work enough to hold himself so as long as possible, heal himself up. And the question is, none of the player is trying to make a move. They know it exactly. Once they expose themselves, three players are going to shoot all together, and the player will be confirmed in no time. So it is something that is happening in the map of Purgatory is play of patience that was missed into the map of Bermuda, as well as Kalahari players usually got impatient, got eliminated early on. We are already almost 7th minute on the clock, still 12 teams are intact, but 8 players are already eliminated. Various teams are unhealthy at this point in time, but it should not be a cause of concern. What is cause of concern is a perfect shot connection coming in from Xtha. Player is down on the knees. No confirmation. It is mid to long range fight. You cannot expect confirmation coming in. But running out of health kits is going to be one of the key factors for this sort of a fight happening.
Well, at the same time, we are getting those healings, which I just talk about. The healings are being used, but after some time, when the blue zone will arrive, it will create some problem when you are lagging with the healings. As we get to say, CNQ have got to spread out in that position, but on the other hand, Team T2K might just engage in those fights, but the team, it's quite far away from that position. T2K haven't got a great start today, but there you go. Team SOONETA Gaming, you might just get to see they are just playing right now. They have got a great start for today's game, and if you talk about right now, it's the fight have just beginning from all the parts of the map. But on the other hand, Team Xtreme versus Team CNQ, this fight will take some long time, I do believe. But right now, Team SOONETA Gaming, they are being pushed up by Team T2K. Three of the players are remaining in the compound areas. One player has to be picked up, and Rahul has got another place. Like, he can just get inside and get those kill points easily, but the positions holded up by SOONETA Gaming players are really, really remarkable.
The position for both of them is really remarkable. It is Brasilia, heart of Purgatory, exchange of freeze bombs, fighting shots coming in from Woodpecker off Samir. No damage was delivered. Flash bomb is used here, but no change of locations or position. Charlie's hiding into a good spot where he will be able to take down few players, but once again, it was flash. No grenade that would have affected any damage or delivered any damage. Right now, Rahul is low on HP. He's going to heal himself up, so he's also going to upgrade his armor, and Rahul will be able to take down King, and Sagar will be able to take down Samir. Samir down on the knees. Will he be revived? Hitesh is also down on the knees. Pratham with little to no HP. Rahul is also on the verge of being decimated, and not only that, it is an entire squad elimination. Team Train to Kill will go back to the lobby into the map of Bermuda. Brasilia will be owned by Team SOONETA Gamer right now, and Team KM is also struggling bad. Darshan down on the knees, though they have 3 kills to work out with. The gods of Miracle are trying to push it in.
Well, Gods of Miracle, they were in the top 2 sector in the overall standings if you talk about the day 1 overall. But right now, this is the day 2. This is the final day where you can just have to retain your position. But right now, the way God of Miracle have played all the matches, I do believe they are going to retain themselves in the top 6 after the 2 matches of the remaining matches we are actually having in the day 2. And we are just going to witness that how this team is going to overcome, because they've already got the great start of 2 kill points. On the other hand, we got to see that Train to Kill, the team got eliminated while having that upper hand. They rushed towards Team SOONETA Gaming, but they were unable to hold up to that critics, and SOONETA Gaming got that upper hand in that fight and got easily wiped them out in a very instance. But right now, talking about CNQ, they have to get inside of the zone. Team Xtreme's Thunder, I believe, is a solo survivor from Team Xtreme. It might just happen, but they're actually holding up in the outskirts of the campsite area, while Team NXT, or you might just say that a 2B Gamer, are just exactly in front of him.
Various solo survivors spotted here. We could also spot one more solo survivor coming in from JODS it is. And if you have a look at Circle right now, it is on the southern side, only consisting of mainland. Now rotation are going to be a key factor here, except for Gods of Miracle have got an advantage of Circle. They can hold on to here for as long as possible, and with the split of 20 to 50-50 or 1:3, they are going to reunite all together. Thunder, the last man standing, coming in from Team Xtreme, will he he be able to survive against Team 2B Gamer? And now Foods are heard. And Supreme is trying to get the side finisher. Now that was a major miss for the day. No melee finishers were spotted, and ultimately
Oh,
we get to witness it. It was a great one. They knew they had meant to win the advantage, and they made the most use of it. And it definitely melee finishers give a lot of thrill and fun.
well, at the same time, that fight was incredible. But right now, talking about the other fights, we get Asian Gaming having a great start in this match. I do believe they can end up this match in a really pretty manner. But talking about the other fights, they have got some pretty contest as well. KM will be there. SOONETA Gaming has a total of 4 kill points, and they are the kill leader. They are having the kill leaderboard for themselves for right now. They have got a monster truck spawning just in front of them, which might just give them a pretty decent advantage. But on the other hand, Magician of Skylightz Gaming gets taken down. Skylightz Gaming has got next level gameplay in the starting two matches, which I have seen in the other matches as well. They are maintaining that consistency throughout each and every match. They're trying to maintain that consistency, which I do believe is the key of their hashtag one position, because if you actually get to score more than 10 to 15 points in each and every match, eventually you will hop up the table in no time. But at the same moment, you get to say SOONETA Gaming, they are also being surrounded almost. It's not like surrounded, but two players of team KM are just in front of that compound, so they might just spot them out and they can actually make the rush possible.
They can make this rush possible, but are they willing to, shall be the question right now, because Circle is favoring all the three teams within the vicinity of on the grounds of Brasilia. And I don't think if the Circle is favoring, each team has got their own occupancy into their own comfortable compound. They are holding their privacy right now. No intruders to be spotted, at least not yet. Talking about intruders, well, we do see the central city is gone now. Campsite it is. Now the intruders of the Circle are also spotted, and we can expect a skirmish happening here. It is going to be Team 2B Gamer versus Anam Lama. Anam Lama are already into the disadvantage of players. DJ heal ability being used here. Damages are exchanged for sure, but no knocks confirmed, no casualties spotted. Circle is going to change. That is what is the major spot right now, and it is going to get centralized. So somewhere good for a total of 4 teams, but for the other teams, they need to fight it out to enter the circle.
Well, the cluster is going to form up in no time, but at the same time, CNQ 3 kill points have been secured. At the same time, NXT are also advancing, and this time, I do believe Dragorg has that opportunity to get those kill points. But NXT, they are being spotted up. Some pretty shots are being taken by Axta, but the vehicle is not in a great condition. While the other players are making the rush, Viewer will be made up, but at the same time, Team NXT, the players are rushing towards. One player has been taken out by MJ out there, and will be confirmed. I do believe 3 kill points have been secured. The other players are also hopping inside in this kind of areas. The CNQ are not in a great position. Unish has been taken down. X is still trying his level best to get those kill points come in their favor, but NXT, they're rotating and gaining those kill points. In no time, they have secured 2 kill points. Dragog has been taken down. Another player of CNQ, Hack, has been taken down. So I do believe it's going to be the last player. And CNQ, I guess they are getting eliminated. And there you go. And the #10 position, CNQ, is getting eliminated from this game, Tani.
Anam Lama getting repeatedly eliminated into bottom half. Now only they've got one match remaining, which is Kalahari. But for 2B Gamers, well, definitely they won the battle, but on cost of losing one player. As a trio, will they be heading towards Booyah or no is the question right now. But with 5 more minutes remaining and 27 players surviving, now like just good old days, we can again say Purgatory is turning into the patience play. Everybody wants to survive. Nobody wants to get decimated early, but with this sort of a play, survival play, then they have to not only battle against one team at a time, two teams at a time. It is going to be a commotion of 4 to 5 teams battling against each other, where the kills will be stolen, where you will not be able to predict about which angle should they be picking up fights. There's one more confirmation coming in from Team Gods of Miracles. They are on the edge of the blue zone, sharing the grounds with KKR Xtreme, and they've got a little upper hand in terms of gatekeeping them, and I think they are going to make the most use out of it. They're going to make sure to get some kill points here.
Well, definitely the kill points are going to be really close apart, but God of Miracles comes up with the team KKR. They are engaging the fight. H4C will be just waiting. Gods of Miracle have got two early kill points. I do believe that's going to help themselves up in getting some more and more kill points. But Skylight Gaming Magician again getting picked up. Kamzo is just going for some kill points as well. H4C might be just the target, but in the meantime, Skylight Gaming's Magician will be getting that revival in no time. They are fighting the team NXT. Skylight Gaming haven't got a single kill point so far. They have to go for this fight in a very positive way, because if they are not going to take and they're not going to make up this situation, but no,
Wow.
the multiple knockouts coming up. Asian Gaming also taking some kill board leader, but right now Skylight Gaming, two players are surviving right now, and from that situation, Dragog is the solo survivor from team NXT. So total of 6 kill points have been secured, but Skylight Gaming, it's a 1v2 situation. Can Dragog make it right now? Because Gunner and Nehru, they are really eager for getting those revenge of the two kills, two setbacks they have already received from team NXT. But Dragog has to be really patient. Gunner is not in a great position if we talk about, but he is just dealing good amount of damage. The team KKR Xtreme gets eliminated. On the other hand, Dragog is had tried his level best, but right now 2B Gamer got eliminated from this match, and Skylit Gaming still remains in the game, and the game is still on till the final end.
From Mother Nepal come two sons, brothers from other team here. Ace as well as Dragog always been able to take simultaneously grenade finishers, and three coming in from each of them, except for Dragog getting eliminated. Ace is going to survive here. Gods of Miracle with total of 6 strikes. They are trying to decimate the team. AKM Esports delivering a lot of damage with the window grenade attempt. Unfortunately, this is going to just get wasted out. Golem on the course is going to heal himself up. Peace bomb delivered, and I think to no result, no casualties spotted. And if you have a look at Circle right now, Asian Gaming is going to be the only team to have all the advantage of Circle. Now with this sort of advantage also comes the disadvantage of being the center of attraction. We can expect 4 teams attacking them all together, but who else is attacking? Once again, a grenade attack spotted. It is going to be K struggling against Gods of Miracle. Lot of damage delivered by Puneet with the shotgun, but still no casualty is getting spotted. I don't know how every single time they are surviving, but who's not surviving? It is going to be SOONETA Gamers. 2 players down on the knees on the court. KM Esports is put to shut down, and the grenade comes in from Team A with no surprise. He will again be able to assume that grenade finisher for himself, and sight attempt coming in. No, it was not a sight attempt. It was an end for SOONETA Gaming as well as Skylight Gaming.
Well, Skylight Gaming again finishing in the 3rd spot. They are securing and they're marking the consistency they are getting. But right now, God of Miracles versus it's turning up for Asian Gaming. Who is going to make it up? Because this team has already secured 9 kill points, and God of Miracles, they have to come up with some great strategy. Nate comes up, will be getting another knockout. Another Nate comes up, might just get another breakthrough with that. With a single Nate, Sangam secures the booyah for his team, and Team Asian Gaming gets a brilliant booyah in their favor. And with that, we get to see that God of Miracles will be held down in the #2 position. What a game it turned out to be for Asian Gaming. Hats off, need it was from Sangam, Tanya.
Ready to play is their punchline. Well, indeed, they were the key players here. One grenade taking down an entire squad. Very rare do we get to see, but in the map of Forgetry, we got to see several such grenades coming in from Ace, from Dragog, and now to the end, to the finisher, towards the Booyah. We got to witness it coming in from Sangam. Much needed one. Congratulations. Finally, we got to see Team Asian Gaming grabbing away one Booyah towards the end of the day. Well, end of the day is very far away. We have got Kalahari on the line, but coming back to this map, I think this has been one of the most aggressive yet patient map. Players going patient against each other, but then losing all the patience and starting to use throwables and accumulating as many kills as possible. Very good set of play spotted, and I am always thrilled to see some grenade finishers, and this is the map that I would repeatedly want to save. This is the play these players are putting up.
Well, definitely the way this match has turned out. If you talk about the first Purgatory map of the day, the teams were just playing like it was a map of Kalari. They were going for the over aggressive gameplay. They were going for the kill points. But this map, it was a stable in the comparative the first purgatory map, it was quite stable. And if you talk about the teams, they have played in a very very strategic way. If you talk about the map, the early fights of we have seen that team Raw were getting some early casualty, but in spite of that, they have managed to come in the top 8 as well. But right now, the way Skylight Gaming is playing, it actually gives a really set of good example that if you just play consecutive and if you be consistent in each and every match, you are going to top the table in no time.
Well, talking about table, let's head for the map by scorecard. On position one, not going to be anyone else but Asian Gaming with total of 24 points, 12 massive frags, 12 massive Puya points, and the score of 24. Gods of Miracle, a little away, 6 points of buffer. Again, a 6 point of buffer spotted between the position 2 and 3. SOONETA Gaming with total of 12 points, and then comes the buffer of 3 points. And this score is being shared between 2B Gamer and KM Esports. Well, not only two, we have got a triple nine score coming in. One from 2B Gamer, one from KM Esports, one for Skylight Gaming. Once again, KM Esports spotted into the upper half of the leaderboard. Slowly and steadily, they are trying to level up into the overall scorecard.
Well, talking about the scorecard as well, Skylight Gaming, the team who have finished in the third position, is now down to hashtag 6 as the points. If you have seen there, they have only one kill point, and that's not enough to retain yourself in the top 3 in the map wise scorecard. They're having 8 position points and one kill point, and summing up to them, they have got total of 9 kill points, like 9 total points if you talk about. But talking about the bottom 6 teams, we really want to see the teams also in the bottom in this map. It's not very end, we have got another map, and it might be one of the really really important map for many teams, Tanya, because if you talk about, this is going to be the last map for group 1 in the day 2, and it will the final map for their this round. And after that, the top 6 teams, those who will remain in the overall standing, will be qualifying for the next round. So this map, it might be a do or die situation, a do or die map for many 2 to 3 teams, or it might be something that they are going to push up.
Definitely, it is going to be the deciding map. So it is do or die, now or never. If they are not able to do it right now, then there's nowhere they can do. It is the final chance to get the golden ticket to move towards the next stages of World Esports Cup. Coming towards the next half of the leaderboard of map-wise scorecard, we can clearly see Anam Lama and Raw Esports with 5 points each, and the Team GV JODS, the master of rotations, are left with only 4 points, and that too only placement points. No kill points for any of the team except for Anam Lama with 4 frags, one kill point for Team Xtreme, but then they have got no placement point to work out with. If you have a look at Team Train to Kill, still there are certain teams who are going empty handed with zero score. Now, that is the last thing you would have wanted. KKR Extreme spotted here with total of 2 points. Now, once again, they are stumbling down. They were trying to level up, they were trying to retain their position number 7 since way too long. Sometimes I've already spotted them into the upper half of the leaderboard, but I am afraid if this is how they are going to play, they might not get an opportunity to qualify, because next map is going to be the map of Kalahari, the map of Sandy Dunes, the map of Snipers, and the DMRs. I would want to see crisp K9 shots alongside some arm finishers, as well as maybe we can expect Mini coming in, MA2B coming in, Parafill coming in to get those early frags, to get those early finishers, because now each and every point is going to get counted. You cannot expect even one frag wasted is equal to leaving an opportunity to get qualified, because competition is turning very brutal now.
Well, that's definite, because each and every point is actually making that countdown whether you are going to qualify for the next round or not.
Hmm.
The top 6, whether you are in top 6 or not. If we see the overall standings, we might just get it after this match ends, the map of Kalari, and the teams those are actually not making the top 6 with the 1 or 2 points will be very disheartened. So this is the final map. If you want to make a comeback, you should have your own calculations right up, because all the 5 maps of today are already completed, and we are now with the final map of Kalahari, the fast-paced map where the early frags, the early casualties are very necessary. But definitely, we are really eager to see which team among those 12 are going to make up to the hashtag 1 spot. And I really personally want to see, Tanya, the refinery end zone. I'm really, really fond of that, because that's a really like height. We have got height advantage there. We have got so many like hiding places we can also get in that kind of refinery area. But definitely the refinery end zone, if it comes to that, then it will be really, really enjoyable match, I believe.
And how to multiply that fun, do you know that? I would want to see a team landing on the grounds of Refinery and surviving until the final circle. Imagine if you are able to dominate entire 19 minutes of gameplay on exact same zone, getting some kills and a booyah. That is going to level up all the fun, all the entertainment. And the entertainment would not only end here, because we can expect some blue zone hot drops, early elimination, early skirmishes, until and unless flight path is being very helpful. The spread outs shall not be the cause of concern, but if at all flight path is obstructing the movement of the players into to spread out into the entire map of Kalahari, then I think early clashes is going to be a key factor, and also the key factor to qualify towards next stages. So avoiding that is shall be one of the best option right now, because you have to be safe rather sorry. So let's see which teams are ready to go all in, to go all sending it in and trying to win some kill points, but who is ready to get that booyah point, because 12 points is massive at this stage of time, when we very well know it is only one match away between six teams towards qualification and six teams towards elimination.
Well, definitely from this phase, top six teams are going to advance from the next round, and they're going to meet some more tough opponents from their side. So the battle between the teams is just going on and on, and it will be greater. Like, it will be just increasing. There's no decreasing point in the competition. It is going to increase with every round they're going to come up. So they have to be prepared, and the top six teams, they have shown the teams those who will actually qualify from the stage, they have shown their gameplay, they have shown their skills out there, and with that they have made it to the next round. So it the thing is that the teams who are going to face up in the next round, they have also came up from that phase only, so you have to be prepared for that one as well. But right now the map of Kalahari is really something that we are looking forward, because that is going to determine which top six teams are we going to get after this day 2.
This is going to be last few moments for the qualification stages of Nepal segment group 1. So we are all hyped up, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to call your friends and family to enjoy the stream. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you do it and enjoy this last few moments of Nepal chapter towards qualification. If at all you are motivating your favorite team, your favorite player, your team will perform for sure, because motivation is always the key to success. You need to keep motivating, you need to keep cheering for your team, and also do not miss to hit the follow button on the social media of India Today Gaming, because that is exactly where you are going to get updated about what phases are coming in next for this humongous tournament of World Esports Cup. The prize pool is gigantic, is humongous, and it is 75 lakhs INR, and that is totally indicative how big is the tournament and how bigger will this particular map of Kalahari will be, because ultimately each and every team, each and every existing player is fighting for that prize pool.
And with that, with no longer delay, we are heading towards the final map of today, the map of Kalahari. Which team is going to mark up the victory? Which team is going to take up that booyah? It all depends upon some 10 to 15 minutes, and we are going to get the results. But the day 2, map number 12, group number 1, the final map comes, and here the teams have already started taking the drop locations on themselves. God of Miracles, Team Raw might just have a great clash in the confiner area, but then talk about Team T2K and Team Xtreme. T2K is already getting multiple amounts of early elimination, if you talk about in today's game as well as previously as well. But Team Xtreme will be giving a really tough fight. If Team T2K have to make the comeback, they have to eliminate Team Xtreme from the start. And Neon is getting a number of damages as well. But right now T2K, they have to come up, or else it's all over for them right now.
Right now, everything is in exchange damages, frags, except for first frag coming in from Team Xtreme. Neon is still down on the knees. Will he be revived is the question. Pratham might get caught off guard by Red Eye, and indeed he is. He is also taken down, one frag confirmed, and many more knocks on the way. And it is going to be Team Train to Kill struggling bad. Grenade is being cooked, but then Chrono ability being deployed right on time is not going to deliver a lot of damage as expected. And now it is going to be Red Eye's time to go go down on the knees, but Team Train to Kill will be put to shut down within just 2 minutes of the fight, and Team Xtreme will survive stronger. Thunder's thundering performances out of all 4 frags. He is doing the heavy lifting. Total of 3 kills are coming in from Team Xtreme. Stone Ridge, well, we are expecting some skirmishes here as well. We can see the split of 1:3 coming in from Team Asian Gaming, the team to take away a booyah, a massive one with total of 12 frags. On the other side, it is going to be Team KKR Xtreme once again following the same split 1:3.
Well, definitely Asian Gaming. The match they have played in the previous one was quite exceptional. They have got that booyah with a great need, and I do believe Sangam should be the man that you should look out for, because this player has got some brilliant nading skills. Just wiped out an entire team with a single frag is not just a joke, but Sangam comes up with some early frags. ASG Alu has been taken down, but will be getting a revival very soon. Team KKR has got a trade. They have got that retaliation as well, but at the same moment, Sangam was the first man to get those kill points, or might just say the first knockout. The FOC has been taken down. KKR are quite ready. They have to go for the fight as well. Some early fights have already been initiated by Team KKR is getting some early frags as well. Sumesh Alu has been taken down. Vampire has been taken down. Sangam being in a really distant area is just trying his level best to get those kill points, but right now the downfall at team ASG is something that we did not expect right now. But Zubain will be just going, will be confirming those skill points. But Sangam, if he needs to survive, he needs to make a comeback. I do believe he has to be patient, because some players are coming in this area just to scout out, and it's none other than Team CNQ, one strong team versus another. But Sangam remains a solo player, so the responsibility is way more tougher than it seems.
And he needs to make sure he survives little extra minutes. Otherwise, with no kill points whatsoever, he's not going to get any standing points as well. Thunder is into the crosshairs right now. Highest resource loot zone will go into the hands of SOONETA Gaming. We can expect some good hand cannon finishers coming in. Sangam, the perfect grenadier. Now let's hope that he is able to get those required finishers. No, he gets self-eliminated. The destiny is written and they are eliminated. Darshan will be also eliminated. One more player coming in from Team Xtreme. 2 frags for themselves on the grounds of shrines. The only shiny player is going to be Darshan, at least yet. We can expect some more better fights coming into the future. Blimp above the head. Team KKR is on the move as well as a trio. 3-man roster alive. Red Eye, the last man standing, is also trying to go far away and survive for as long as possible, because ultimately standing points are going to get counted as well. If you're not able to get those skill points, it's okay. The solo players needs to make sure they survive at least until top 5, top 6 somewhere to get those extra kill points coming in. But will he be allowed beneath using MAC 10 after so long? I'm getting to see this SMG.
While talking about the fights which are happening, Team Xtreme is just left with one solo player, and it's they have already secured 4 kill points. But that's not the matter, because if one solo player is surviving, it's a really tough for Team Xtreme to make a great comeback, because at this kind of situations, it is going to be worse, because if a solo player is surviving, I don't think he's going to make up to that far. But right now he has been spotted, and it's versus JODS, the team who have already dominated from the very start. And I do believe with that, Team Xtreme's last player, Red Eye, has to make a very fast exit. But Red Eye gets eliminated in the 10th position. Team Xtreme gets eliminated. JODS might just have 1 kill point, but definitely that will mark the end of Team Xtreme. But on the other hand, CNQ and Team KKR are also coming to some serious engagements we might just expect.
Well, expectations are multiple. Remash will be able to take down Zairi within just a grenade attempt. Not multiple grenades. One grenade was enough to take down the player, but the player will be revived. It is hard compound, and blue walls are used as a savior to block any more popping grenades. We can hear the beeping sound of the grenades, but then no popping, no damage. Suzanne is able to take down Hack coming in from Team Anam Lama. Gods of Miracle still trying to get that first frag, first opening for themselves, and now Remash will be able to get the first frag, and it is going to be one more knock coming in. Last man standing on his foot. Will he be allowed to stand? He's trying, chasing for his life. Rajwal will be also put to shut down. With that, Team GV Gods is all decimated. What a good teamwork spotted coming in from Team God of Miracle. 4 kills, no loss of players, and the split of kill points as well. That means all the teams are working hand in hand.
Well, the fights are going on a long way, and if you see out those edge of the zone of the Santa Catarina area, there are Team KKR and CNQ fighting alongside. But right now, Skylightz Gaming is on the southern side as well. But the fight which we were expecting CNQ versus KKR is now down to a 2v3 situation. But I do think Sundar is getting that rival, yes, for sure, and with that, it's turning up a 2v3 situation. Team KKR have to just go for those knock and finish policy because else they won't be able to sustain so much of time, and they have to get inside of the zone as well, because if you just stay around those edge of the circle areas, you won't be getting that much of chances. You have to go for a longer rotation as well, so it's better if you move up from the front to move into the central part of the zone. But Team KKR with the 4 kill points, they should try to go more, they should try to go for some more kill points as well. But I do believe with that, Team KKR might just try to get a fallback or whatever it is. But CNQ, they are just ready for the rush, and they are actually charging towards Team KK. And this fight is going to be really, really interesting, Tanya.
Each and every fight is going to turn even more interesting with every passing second, with every passing minute. For now, we can see it is going to be a fight between three teams happening. Two teams are already on the edge of the safer circle, but it is going to be Team Raw Esports who is going with the split of 2:1, and they are trying to go for the longest route. Now, they were able to dodge two players coming in from Team Raw Esports, were able to dodge the battle against Team God of Miracle, but they will have to make a fight, pick a fight against KKR Xtreme, where they will be already tanking a lot of stone damage, and now picking up this sort of fight is equal to losing players early on, because you don't have any times to heal. Who else doesn't have time to heal? It is going to be Hack taken down, one of the key players of team. Anam Lama now has a two-man roster live and kicking. Will they be allowed to survive to win the battle? They are going up and running against Team KKR Xtreme. Santa Catarina is definitely writing some record fate of each and every team. Players are shattering down one by one by one. The car is spotted by SOONETA. AT will be able to blast the vehicle, but not the player. Player is going to survive here.
Well, at the same moment that God of Miracles, they're making a distance. CNQ, after finishing another fight, might just go for some another casualties. And there you go. Ace comes up, gets one player down, will be getting a revival as soon as possible. But the other players are just coming downstairs. This have to be a really, really crucial battle. Team Anam Lama gets eliminated from this fight. The God of Miracle, total of having 8 kill points, have a great, great start. Can it be a great end for Team we might just say God of Miracles, because the previous match they ended up in #2. They are really seeking for a booyah in the really final match, but that is something that we really want to see from their end as well. But looking forward to the refinery area. Team 2B is holding around those edges, but I don't think the zone is gonna turn up in this area, Tanya, because what we were expecting, end zone in refinery, I don't think we're going to be able to see that.
Well, we are definitely not witnessing the end or circle being into the refinery, but then the sub is still into the circle, and the towers of the sub are also within the circle. Refinery, some parts are still in the circle. Just imagine if the circle gets centralized, some towers of refinery still being in the tower. That is going to give an advantage to Team 2B Gamer to hold on to a little extra while. Will they be allowed? Will they not be allowed by the circle shifts? We are going to witness that real soon, but for now it is gala time. The team who did land on the grounds of refinery are still holding here. A center of the circle going into the hands of Team SOONETA Gamer. Solo survivor, it is going to be Suzanne coming in from Team KKR Xtreme, is also holding a good position. Nobody to spot him, nobody to decimate him, at least not yet. And if you have a look at the positioning of Team KM Esports from the Mammoth, they are trying to enter the grounds of the sub, where the sub is totally contested by Team Skylightz Gaming, one of the most dominant team. Raw Esports, they were able to dodge the battle not only against Team God of Miracle, but also Team KKR, and now they are making a move. Once again spotted by the Wrath of the Blue Zone. Now they are going to go ahead as a trio, use the launch pad, entering the sub. They are going to face immediately against Team Skylightz Gaming. No will be the answer. They are into the safe spot, except UAV doesn't want them to be safer anymore.
Well, the UAV is actually creating some hindrance for them, but looking forward to the height. Wait, where is Nero just coming and setting around? He's got some pretty decent height right now. The launch pad is being used by some of the teams as well, but Skylightz Gaming, they're quite ready for some kill points. They're just going forward to those shots, but I think it's Raw Esports they're taking the shots upon, but this time they have to get inside of the zone as fast as possible. Talking about Raw Esports, Kiss and Vicious, the two players are just surviving, and right now they have the zonal advantage. They don't have to move around here and there. They have got some covers around in their places. But right now, moving out of this situation, it's really tough. Sunita Gaming players are being spotted by Team 2B gamers right now, and I do believe that. From this height advantage, you can actually secure those kill points in a very easy way. But the refinery areas, they have crossed it out. They have got another height advantage place. They have got like the hill point. But right now, from there, Sunita Gaming, the team of Sunita Gaming players, they are being spotted. KKR Xtreme gets eliminated in the seventh position. But at the same time, the fights we're expecting in the central area are yet to become a real disaster. But there you go, Raw Kiss has been taken down. Skylightz Gaming might just go for the skill points as well because they've got one breakthrough. They are just moving up like up front. They just want to get those skill points confirmed, and at the same time, Terobao is just waiting for Team 2B's any mistakes, and that time I do believe he's going to punish them.
Well, who is going to punish whom? Right now, it is going to be a Supreme trying to punish, and King is already down on the knees. We have got only Tero on the feet, and is he going to survive any longer? Revival shall not be possible right now. That I'm very sure of. The two frags coming in for Team 2B Gamer. Sunita Gaming is going to struggle very bad with only one player on feet. How long will he be surviving as a solo? And talking about solo survivor, we also have Bishes coming in from Raw Esports. The longest rotation did not pay them a dividend that they were anticipating. Indeed, they are now left with only one player. Skylightz Gaming are willingly trying to pick up fight here and also trying to decimate the last man standing from Raw Esports. And also, they have spotted a team called KM Esports Duos now making a move through using blue walls and entering the circle is going to be one of the most priority steps that has to be taken. And the hindrance is going to be Team 2B Gamers not allowing any team to enter the circle.
Well, the gatekeep is going in a stunning way, but looking forward to 2B Gamer. They're just not letting Skylightz Gaming get inside of the zone, and that's the way 16, 17 players remaining. Tribo gets taken down. Magician is dealing some of the damages as well. Raw players of Team Raw Esports are just getting inside. Team Game will bring down to the ridge as well, but the main focus of Team 2B are going to be Skylightz Gaming. Magician gets taken down, and with that, Skylightz Gaming takes an exit in the 6th position, while KM players are also on the target. Sunita Gaming gets eliminated. Raw Esports gets eliminated. Multiple kill points going in the favor of 2B Gaming Gamer. So who is going to get that booyah? Is it going to be 2B Gamer or is it going to be any other team? If you talk about the God of Miracle, these two teams are again coming on the top 3. Which team do you think, Tanya, is going to make up to the booyah?
God of Miracle with 13 frags already. They are a step closer towards the booyah with a 4-man roster alive. All they have to do is decimate the solo survivors coming in from KM Esports. Stalker is the last man coming in from 2B Gamer. UAV has been deployed to get the intel required, but indeed, he has also spotted exactly where he is holding on to grenade attacks coming in. I would want to see some grenade launcher finisher, the stylish finisher for the group 1 for Nepal. Day 2, is it going to be one or no? Stalker spotted very easily. He is not able to live by his he was not able to stop, and Gods of Miracle will put a shutdown. So as well to KM Esports, and here goes the miraculous booyah to God of Miracle with miraculous 15 frags. Ace being the ace player, Ace being the MVP for this battle.
Well, that's a damn good booyah coming up from God of Miracle. The previous match, they ended up in the hashtag 2, but this time they have secured that we are going to take the booyah at any cost, and the way we are going to take the booyah will be a stunning landmark for each and everyone who is watching the stream, who is like in sitting in the caster's desk. Tanya, I do believe this was one of the most exciting matches we have casted so far, because 15 frags in such a way that we couldn't even see that they were actually focused on multiple fights. They were securing kill points from each and every side it was possible. They were targeting the teams those were coming outside from the zonal areas. They got the position, they utilized that in a very proper manner. In the state where we just thought that 2B Gamer might just get that booyah, from that position, Gods of Miracle came upon and just whitewashed them out in no time, and with that they have secured the booyah, which we were actually expecting, and they just did it in the reality.
Well, 2B Gamers had only one competition, which was Gods of Miracle, and little did 2B Gamer knew that the rotation, the flank that Gods of Miracle has taken, is going to be an end for the game of 2B Gamers, and that is what exactly happened. Grenade launcher come into the action. Ace had that massive deadly weapon where he was able to decimate several teams, 15 players, 15 kill points is equal to almost decimating four squads. Now that is a dream come true. What a day finish for Nepal chapter, and it is going to be very interesting. And I think by the end of the day and coming up for the next event for Nepal teams, they are going to be scared of Team God of Miracle. They started strong, they finished stronger.
Well, definitely they were in the top six if you talk about the day one standings. But after today's game, they have played the number of matches, they have played the number of points they have secured. And coming to the map wise scorecard, the first place, it's none other than God of Miracle, total of 27 points, having 15 kill points and 12 rank points. Such a tremendous game it came up on, but 2B Gamer are not that behind. 16 total points they have secured, 8 and 8 rank points and kill points respectively. We can get to say KM Esports are also there with total of 13 points in the top 3 chart. They have made it to that far after having some pretty bad it was not like having some bad matches in the starting of this day. They have managed to come upon in a decent way to end up day 2. I do believe KM Esports have made it to that far,
Yeah.
and
But yeah,
with that we have got the thing.
KM Esports have definitely done a better job compared to what they did yesterday. They have done a very good job here. And talking about this map-wise scorecard, only three teams have got the double-digit figure. Talking about the rest three, KKR Extreme once again spotted into the top half, but with only score of 8 points, followed by Skylight Gaming, the most dominating team into the leaderboard, sticking to position one. And now recurrently they have been spotted with single-digit figure. I am afraid if they are still going to end up on position one, or they are going to be taken down. Talking about Team Raw Esports, a team who has taken several booyahs in 2 days with total of 7 points, but no kill points to work out with.
Well, definitely. The kill points are really, really crucial. If you get to say that SOONETA Gaming, they managed to come up on a great start, but zero kill points actually headed up in the bottom six chart of the map by scorecard. But right now, talking about the other teams, Team Xtreme, Anam Lama, JV JODS, they also managed to get up some good kill points. Like they tried to go for some fighting areas. Like Team Extreme got 4 kill points, but didn't get any kind of position point as such. But talking about Anam Lama and Good Vibes, they have got some of what they have got some push rank points as well, but kill points they did not have. So they are in the bottom six chart. But Train to Kill and Asian Gaming, after having a great match like the previous one, they managed to come upon. But this match was a like somewhat of not a great start for themselves. But that will mark the end of today's all of the maps we can getting, Tanya.
Well, we are getting an overall scorecard. We are getting top six teams qualifying for the next stages of World Esports Cup. And here we go ahead. The unshakable Skylight Gaming will start on position one and will still end on position one, though the buffer was reduced. To be gamer chased quickly with total of 150 points, and still the highest fraggers for the entire 2 days play is going to be Team 2B Gamer, followed by Gods of Miracle with 138 points. And if you have a look at Team Sunita Gaming, a mid-ranged play was spotted, and I think that was enough to qualify towards the top six position. Raw Esports 112, and Asian Gaming, I think Necros, that particular massive booyah with 12 frags did wonders for them.
Well, definitely that was a game changing for them, because the way God of Miracle, I just thought they might not be qualifying for the top six. But after the match, I just saw it was something that I really wanted this team to qualify, and they managed to do that in a really, really good way. They're in the top three right now, and the top six teams, those who have qualified, we have seen them. But what about the teams those who haven't qualified? But it's just not the end for these teams. They have got some more tournaments coming up, but for this one, they are eliminated. But talking about it's GB George, KKR Extreme, KM Esports, Anam Lama, Team Extreme, and Train to Kill. These are the bottom six teams, having a score of 83 total points for Team GB George, 80 total points for KKR Extreme, and 78 points for KM Esports, Tanya.
These are the 6 teams. Wishing them luck for the next events, because it's Infinix Smartphone presenting World Esports Cup in association with India Today Gaming has got many more events lined up in upcoming year. Today we have got the prize pool of 75 lakh. You really don't know if it is going to end up even more. So good luck for the future journey. But to the teams who have already qualified, a super duper good luck. What a set of performances coming in all the way from scrims towards the qualification. Then comes the league stages, and now finally they have got a step in, and a strong step in towards World Esports Cup, where they will be facing 6 teams coming in from each and every team, each and every nation, indeed coming in from Pakistan, coming in from India. Now that is where exactly we are going to spot these 6 teams, and I would want to see Gods of Miracle once again showing this sort of a play, because playing against within your nation is a thing, but then competing against different nation requires different tactics, requires different strategy. Are they going to do it same way, or are they going to again adapt to the thing as required? Because talking about Nepal teams, they have evolved in every different aspects, from surviving until fifth circle to picking up fights very early, crash landing.
Well, definitely they have, like, how the time flies. Like, the teams
Yeah.
evolve with each and every tournament. They increase their strategy. They learn a lot. Like, there's one point that whether you lose or you learn, basically that's the main policy. You are losing, that's not a big fact, but you are learning something, and you're coming up with this some great more strategy, working on your mistakes, and the next tournament you never know that the T2K we are seeing in the bottom of the table might be on the top in the next tournament. You never know with that. So the time actually changes in lot of things, in lot of genres we can get to say from all the regions. But right now that actually awaits is going to be the main stage of World Esports Cup, that the team God of Miracles, can they show some more miracles in the upcoming stages? We are really really seeking for that, because the team, the way they have shown the gameplay today was quite really fabulous.
Indeed, it was fabulous. Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading for a short break. Do not go before, because we'll be coming back with the highlights, with the key grenade finishers, with the grenade launcher finishers, and I'm very sure of you would want to witness alongside us. So see you on the other side. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is World Esports Cup powered by Infinix Smartphone in association with India Today Gaming, broadcast partner being Platonia Esports. Alongside, we also have radio partner Ishq. It is going to be 104.8 FM. This is me, Star Tanya. Alongside me, it is Nick Rose. What a roller coaster day it was for all the teams, taking away Booyah but then getting decimated early on. It was a mix of all emotions. The teams who are qualified, they are happy and proud of themselves, and a few teams who could not qualify. Definitely you do feel disheartened for a while, but then there are many more tournaments lined up. To know which tournaments are lined up, make sure you follow all the social media. And Nikros, what are your calls for the day? How are you feeling for team Skylightz Gaming, starting with position 1, and again by the end of the day there's nobody to shake them?
Well, I used to say, and the starting of the day, I already told that consistency is the key to success. The matches they have played, like each and every match, top three, top five, they have managed to come upon themselves, and that's the result. A total of 92 position points. It's not a matter of joke getting 92 position points, almost near about 200 points. It could have been if they have got multiple times in hashtag 2 or booyahs maybe, but definitely with that, the highlights we are getting right now in the starting of the match, team raw got some early engagements, and with that, the fights we got from the first match of Bermuda were quite exceptional, while Asian Gaming faced multiple casualties, but Magicians this nadings were some of a great godly level, because the way he just naded out and wiped out team Game was fabulous out that position.
Well, it was indeed fabulous, and grenade finishers are always very, very interesting. But this particular battle won by GV was a very close bad duel where they were on the verge of losing but still managed to pull it out. Talking about Team Gods of Miracle, for the start they had one frag, but then they started losing few players. Team 2B Gamer, the team to take away massive amount of kills. They are the highest fragger within the lobby of Nepal segment for Group 1 for sure, and they are performing very, very well. Right now they have qualified with position 2 as well. Regog, the grenade man, this is the man with wonders, the man with superpowers, and this is the man who never misses any grenade that he tries to deliver. For now, Team 2B Gamer has already total of 10 kills. Now coming back to the grounds of Crossroads. On the grounds of Fields, well, SOONETA Gaming with total of 3 frags. They are trying to take down Gods of Miracle, and I think they also lost several players on the course. And this battle was lost a little early. And if you have a look at the Gods of Miracle, 4 kills coming in, only 3 coming in from Kank. So Regol, the grenade man, was also able to pull the trigger of M1887 just right about on time.
Yes, definitely. After that, if you talk about this height advantage shots, SG Magician, we are just getting some of those brilliant height advantage shots we have seen so far. But right now, after that, if you talk about this situation, Team Skylightz Gaming decided not to get those kill points of themselves to SOONETA Gaming, and they just gave that kill points to the play zone. And with that, they secured the hashtag 1 position in the map by scorecard. But talking about the Kalahari map, we have seen multiple fights happening. Team Raw got some early engagement, CNQ was there, and right now the results are actually talking about everything, Tanya.
The results, the leaderboards that we have witnessed has already cleared the picture, but then enjoying, reliving this frags, reliving this moments is always very, very interesting, where we can again witness. We feel lucky enough to again witness those finishers which we have been casting. Then it is an instance where we have to totally engage into what we are seeing and casting, but here we can also chill and entertain. And I think the team to entertain most with the grenades are two players coming in, Ace as well as Dragog. How beautifully they were able to pull the trigger of throwables every single time. Hack as well has been a man who was also able to pull one booyah by solo surviving until the final circle and then grabbing those kill points as well as 12 placement points by earning a booyah for himself. Then comes Team KM. Salu was revived as a trio. Team SOONETA Gaming as a squad strong team. Sniper did not stop shooting, and the players were put down one by one. Train to kill were put to shut down, and Kanzo was taking down players by vehicle, running over them.
Well, at the same time, the shots we are going to get from Team KKR was quite fabulous, and Asian Gaming actually struggled. This team actually struggled a lot in today's day, if you talk about, but they still managed to come in the top six. That's a great thing. Like, I do believe that booyah they got, like in the second last match of the Purgatory map, that was the sum of a key that they managed to get themselves up in the top six. But talking about the other maps, they struggled a lot. But talking about Skylightz Gaming, they made that consistency. Even though a single player was surviving, they still managed to come in the top five or top three at any cost. But in this Purgatory map, and the starting team Raw faced some early casualties at the same time. Team KM versus this fight was such a fabulous start. Team GB George were almost getting eliminated, but they still managed to like the one player of them for their side just managed to survive from that situation. But T2K multiple times they got eliminated in the very start, which actually resulted for in their favor of like finishing the bottom of the world standings.
Bottom of the overall standings, definitely they did finish up there. But then, if you have a look at the Grenadier Drago coming to the action, popping the grenade like just he's having a chill time, giving having no chills indeed, was able to confirm as many kill points as possible. One more throwable used by Ace this time, and again he was able to get that massive three frags for himself. And now one shot coming in from the last man standing, Sangam, who was able to shut down Gods of Miracle with only one throwable. Talking about Team Asian Gaming, well, definitely they have qualified, but then into the final map for the day, they lost three players very early on. Sangam was trying to survive for the standing points as long as possible, and on the course, Team Xtreme was put to shut down by Team GV. Gods of Miracle here were picking up fights against GV. Gods, they were less in numbers. One player was down, and Ace was trying to ace out an entire squad of GV, and certainly with team support, they were able to.
Well, at the same time, if you talk about Team CNQ, this fight was it was one of the most time-taking fight, I do believe, because Anam Lama was trying their level best. On the other hand, the other players were also very much concentrated about those fight. But Skylight Gaming this time, when we just thought that 2B Gamer is going to get that booyah, like they were just getting multiple kill points, but we didn't see the kill feed happening because on the other hand, God of Miracles were simultaneously taking those kill points. But at the same time, KM got eliminated. Then God of Miracles coming with those 15 frags, got that last kill point, and with that, they just managed to get that last and final booyah, which eventually helped them to climb up in the top three spot in the overall standings, like throughout this group.
Well, this group is done. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow it begins the new journey of a different set of 48 players, different set of 12 teams participating. It is going to be Nepal region for sure, but new teams, new players, new tactics, new strategies will be seen. Make sure you are tuned in, because if you have not yet subscribed, you have to do it now. I and Nikros will be spotted tomorrow as well, being the storytellers for you for Nepal chapter, because if we compare from what Nepal chapter was started into, it was all defensive. Now each and every player is going very aggressive. They are going ruthless. They are going fearless. No defensive tactics are used here. All they want to do is go ahead all in, get as many kill points as possible, and even on the course, if they are getting eliminated, they are still turning it to the same repetition into the next map, and then they are also able to win it. So maybe we always say that winning lies beyond fear, and I think this fearless nature, fearless character coming in, developing, still into the developing stage, still into the processing stage. I think Nepal segment is going to be way more aggressive for the next few days coming in.
And well, that if you just talk about this is just a group stage, and now it's coming up for semifinals and finals of the region. Finals will be also waiting, and we are really eager to see that how much of aggression these teams are actually having, like inside of them. Because the start was quite, as you mentioned, Tanya, the start was quite defensive, but after today's game, we have seen how much
Yeah.
aggressive these players, these teams can play. So we are really eagerly waiting for the finals of this Nepal chapter, because the teams, those who will be playing the finals from that, I guess top four teams are going to move up to the international stage of the finals, where they're going to compete with the two other regional teams. So in that kind of match, in that type of finals, definitely we are expecting some more and more aggressive gameplay from the Nepal teams.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is World Esports Cup powered by Infinix Smartphone in association with India Today Gaming. And if you have not yet read the hashtag, it is own the game. Make sure you own the game, you own the phone. With that, this is the time to sign off. And yes, major miss broadcast partner being Platonia Esports and radio partner being Ishq 104.8. Because this is Mitania signing off alongside me. It is Necros. See you tomorrow. Make sure you are tuned in as well. See ya soon.